Here we go, third take.
ABN back again. Don Quan here. Got my man DJ and our guest for the first official episode. Got my man Nick, Gucci Guy Jeezy.
What it do?
Red Army in the building, man. Excited to have him here.
Excited to be here.
That's what's up. Man, if you want to shout yourself out, want to shout out anything, where you from?
I would say, I would just shout out the channel. I got my own channel, Millennial Think Take on YouTube.
Okay.
So y'all should definitely check that out. And if y'all want to find me, I got my website, nickinvest.com. So that's NICKinvest with an S.com.
Official. We're going to make sure we drop them in the link too, man. There's about to be a lot of free game we about to give. This man's going to give y'all here. We all eyes and ears. Listen up close, especially if you want to invest, you want to get into anything, or just have the keys to be successful, follow your goals. We're going to start off with asking him about real estate. He's a real estate investor. I just want to get your story of how you got into it.
Okay. So I got into it, and what's crazy, I just cleaned out my desk at work. I got into it because when I had my job, I was only making I found one of my old paychecks. I was only making $14 an hour when I first got out of college. I was like, man, I can't live like this.
That's that, man.
This not enough money to live. So I got out of college in May, and I was like, I can't do it. There's not enough money. So my response to not having enough money to live was to buy a house so I can rent it out.
That you about to say trap for a minute.
So I bought a house. I bought a rental property because I didn't have enough money to move out my mom's house. But that don't really make sense, but that's what made sense to me at the time. So I bought a house 6 months after I got out of college, and I started renting it out, and that's how I got started.
How much did it cost you?
That house was $55,000.
Okay. And it was in the city?
East Baltimore, off of the Alameda on 29th Street.
Okay.
And is that still?
No, I sold that one,
Okay.
so I can even tell y'all, 1600 block of 29th Street. Yeah, so right off the Alameda. It's
East
familiar
side.
with Baltimore. Yeah.
You made profit?
I made a profit selling it, and I
Okay.
made a bunch of profit renting it out.
Alright, cool.
And that was just the beginning.
Yeah, that was just the beginning.
We're gonna continue getting to the rest of your story and where you are now, but just shout out everybody out. Well, how many? Just tell everybody how many you got now.
I got 4 rental units in the city. I got a hotel out in Columbia. I got a farm.
Country.
Yeah, Columbia. It's
Not
in
Columbia,
Bogota.
Maryland.
Yeah, Bogota. I
Okay.
got a hotel out in Bogota. And then I got a farm, a coffee farm out in Panama.
Stop. Like, yo,
Yeah.
that's what's up, yo.
Okay. And so far as the rental properties, do you have someone that you pay to look after them, or do you?
No, I do it myself.
You do it yourself.
Yeah, I do it myself.
Wow. So is that frustrating to trying to get your money from people, or
It's not.
everyone you normally rent to are pretty cool?
It's frustrating, but it's just part of the game. Cause y'all understand, when you go to the cafeteria, at your high school for real, the cafeteria food isn't what your mom gonna make. It's so you don't get mad at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just part of the game. Your mom made that little bullcrap pizza that they serve you. Probably, what is this, grandma, mama? What is this? I can't eat this. But when you go to school, it's fine. It's yeah, it's when you dealing with these people, you understand that they tenants, so it's easier to understand. It's not like you're dealing with, if one of your homeboys was treating you like that or acting like that will frustrate you more, but you understand it's a tenant after a certain amount of time.
What's up?
And for your tenants, do you do an extensive your version of a background check to see how they are, how they would be?
I would say every tenant that you get, do just basic safe internet protocols would deal with somebody, do a case search on them. You know what I mean? Especially for the ladies who's gonna watch this, do a case search on them, because there's gonna be men that you're gonna be renting to, and you only be in a position because you can't kick anybody out as soon as you want to. So case search their name. Yeah, that's easy. That's free. That might be enough. You can get by with just a case search, but you really should do a credit check. If you're doing Section 8, credit check isn't as important because the Section 8 is going to pay for most of it. it's not guaranteed 100%, but you have a certain percentage that's guaranteed. Yeah. You can't get 100% though. I've had 100%. It depends. It's on their income. I had 100% before, where the person just didn't make any money. Yeah. And then you just get 100 on the first. You get all your money. I got $1,500 on the first every month.
State of Maryland or something like that. What does it say?
It says, I think it's Baltimore City.
Okay.
Baltimore City Housing Voucher Program. Something, and it comes in your paycheck on the first. I just laid it at $1,500. I didn't really like where it was coming from.
Yeah. Do you currently have any people on Section 8 spots?
The money's not worth it, bro.
Come on, man. You don't want those calls at 2 a.m. but they broke your toilet, bro.
It's just with Section 8, I haven't had the extensive experience where it's like I had like 1,000 people through Section 8. The Section 8 people I dealt with it's almost dealing like with a really rich person. If you ever dealt with a really rich person before, it's like they got like expectations that's unrealistic.
Yep. There's like everything to be. I mean, of course you want a warm, air conditioned home in the summer and heat and winter, but like amenities is just like top of the line.
They're like, where's the jacuzzi tub? Oh, this house don't have a jacuzzi. I'm gone. Like when you're dealing with some of the people in Section 8, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's not what you would expect. Yeah, it's not what you would expect.
That's gonna leave me. All right, when we still in this topic, what's the craziest tenant story?
Oh man, the first house I just bought it 6 months out of college. Like I said, so I'm like 22. And then like I moved the tenant in, like 3 days later, I get a call from the tenant and she says, I had to call the fire department. And then she just hangs up the phone. What the fuck is going on?
Yo.
I'm sorry for cussing. I'm like, what the HE double hockey sticks is going on?
They can fuck your house up.
Yeah.
The fire department can fuck your house up.
I was like, is it on fire? What's going on? So I'm calling her, she not picking up. And then I call her, I just get in my car, I'm driving, and I'm calling the whole way she picks up. I had to call the fire department, they got here, I'm okay. And then she just hangs up again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm speeding, I'm all the way out Owens Mills.
Trying to
get down there, burning that. Because I'm burning as fast as I can. I get there from Owens Mills to East Baltimore in like 17 minutes. So I'm floating. I'm floating. I put in the GPS and I'm definitely beating this town. And it's just like, boom. I get there, I hop out, everything looks fine.
Oh, that's good.
And then she was like, oh, the back of the toilet, it hooks up. I guess it came loose and water was getting all over the place. So they just called and shut off the main water to the house. But I thought my house was burnt down.
The fire department.
Yeah, the fire department, there's water everywhere. I'm like, so my house burnt down. I just got there. I just got this house. I don't even know how I get another one. What do I do with this tenant? I was tripping. Yeah. But it was just the water water was leaking. So that was like the third day. I fixed that, and it was like, man, nothing can really get worse than that. Because it made me really think of like, what would I do if the house burned down? Yeah. It made me like, once I figured out what you would do, like worst case scenario, the house burned down, or it's a fire, or something like that. Everything else was more I could take in stride. Because I was like very apprehensive about doing it. Because of course I don't know anybody who owns any rental properties really. I don't know anything about really doing it. So like that made me feel more comfortable that I can handle what's going to happen with this. Like that is regular. Like it's a house and it's just regular people living in the house.
First thing at 22, man.
Yeah, I was wilding.
So now that you have like experience in buying multiple properties, is there like a criteria or checklist that you have now that you're like, okay, this house fits what I want? Yeah. Whether it's like, I don't want to have a house that's on one ways, or like the roof, like I have a way of checking that before I get it, or like I don't know what kind of houses you buy. Like, do you buy foreclosed houses? Do you just? Like,
I would say for me now, I prefer off-market properties. Okay. So like properties that are not on the MLS. And then I definitely would prefer a property that needs to have work done to it. So, and I'm looking at the neighborhood, and Baltimore is very block. So I can't really give like, a specific. I'm trying to think of a block that's very because it's like you can be on a 3400 of a neighborhood and 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 4000 good, but like 33, 32, like on Sheldon Avenue, it's like that.
Yeah.
I think it's like the 3400 or the 4300 block, it starts to turn nice, but before that, it's a little bit ratchet. So if you get on like 44, you're good. If you get on 42, it's ratchet. So it's like, it could be block. It could be on the same street. You could see it, but it's just like, it'd be like Dope Boys on that corner. And you go a couple streets up and it's just
Baltimore,
fine.
yeah, real interesting place, man.
Yeah. And don't quote me, it might be 44 or it might be 34. But it's like that on Sheldon Avenue.
Yeah.
As an example. Like you can drive past and if you from Baltimore, if you come through Baltimore, you can see it. Where it's like on the 4400 block or so, it starts to turn.
Yeah.
And then it's like off of like Bel Air Road, you don't want to be too close to certain streets, like too close to certain streets you don't want to be on. It's like you could look at it after you get some feel, you're like, oh, that's too close. I don't want to be that close to the main street. Because you're closer to the main street, you're more close to the riffraff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you get a feel for it.
Don't want to be in like under North Avenue on the west side, and then like different zones. You're like, all right, I don't want that spot. Or like I do want Bolton Hill because it's a little teeny area next to Micah. That's good.
Yeah.
But you probably not gonna get nothing right there.
I got a house across the street from Bolton Hill.
Oh, you
in
got one
Hill.
down there, yeah.
Yeah. And that neighborhood is changing. They doing this stuff on North Avenue, and they doing this stuff close to the Druid Hill. So it's like that's changing, but like certain blocks even in there are a little bit better than other ones. Like on Park Ave, that's a little bit better than like White Lock's better. It's not like how it was when we were little kids. So like neighborhoods changed too. Like White Hawk used to be dangerous.
That's what I was just about to ask. Like, fuck yeah. I was just about to ask, what if you got a preference for which part of Baltimore if you do get one? Again, being the time of the change, if you know what I mean, around the city, and as well as other cities. Like for what it looked like for a while, East Baltimore is like definitely what they wanted to invest in and build up in. Number one, because of Johns Hopkins, and then like being close to like other universities and Harvard East building up. It just feel like they was just left West Side alone, with the exception around Druid Hill Block.
Yeah. So
And,
I would agree.
Baltimore.
I would agree. Because it's like there's really no economic engines over West. So it's like over East, you got Johns Hopkins. Actually, the people I was hanging out with before here, they did the work over there real close to the hospital. You know, they put all those new townhouses and all that stuff over there. So that's what he did. So like over there, there's just more centers for you to build around. Like you could build around the hospital because like, all right, there's doctors there, and there's some doctors who would rather just stay on call all the dang on time. They'd rather just be able to just leave the hospital, go to their house.
Yeah.
Right in the crib.
It's like over West. I mean, what really
It's like
is there?
Summer 29, zip code 29, like close to Catonsville area.
Yeah.
Some of that looks kind of cool.
So like some of 1-6 is cool. Some of 1-7 is cool. That's like Reservoir Hill. Like Reservoir Hill is cool.
Yeah.
They got like a farm over there. It's cool over there. Like you go over there, you wouldn't think of it because it's on the other side of North Avenue and all that, but that's cool. I think Charles Village is technically West Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken. That's nice. Yeah, Charles Village is technically West Baltimore. That's nice. But like once you go past like Reservoir Hill, like further down North Avenue, there's really nothing I would really buy.
You telling me you don't want to just roll the dice and get something like 25 Brooklyn, man?
No,
You like Cherry Hill area?
no,
Nah, man.
I'm good. And then it's like I avoid like a lot of abandoned houses.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Like if
Yeah,
there's a
got
lot
too
of
many
abandoned
of them.
houses, it could be like one on the block, but like there's a lot of abandoned houses, you don't want that.
Yeah.
It's like if you wouldn't live there, I wouldn't buy a house there. If you wouldn't feel comfortable living there, or your mother living there, don't buy a house there. That's an easy way for people to get a feel about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like any house that I would buy, I would live over there.
Yeah.
Because like,
Yeah,
if
it's
you
like-
wouldn't live there, probably people you wouldn't want to deal with wouldn't want to live there. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah. And especially these paying people now, this ain't
Yeah.
no Section 8 or nothing. Like,
Because even the Section 8 people,
predicament they in.
the Section 8 people got their choice of the pick of the litter, really.
Yep.
Because a lot of landlords, they don't deal. A lot of landlords have somebody deal with their property for them,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't have to deal with the headache.
Yeah,
So they'd
that's
rather
why,
just get somebody with guaranteed rent, put them there. Because like Section 8, I'm at least getting like at least half of the rent guaranteed, over 50% of the rent. Versus if I rented to you, I'm just banking on you giving me the money by the 10th.
Gotcha.
Versus Section 8 puts at least half of it in my bank account on the first. So it's like it's a strategic advantage to dealing with Section 8 people, especially if you don't have to deal with that person.
Mm-hmm. What about I thought about over near Forest Park, like, or like the other side, like way down Liberty Heights.
That's cool.
With the bigger house, a lot of people got like 5 people living up in them houses. Them big houses.
So you talking about like, I know you talking about like the big houses on Liberty Heights.
Mm.
That is multifamily. That's what I look for now. It's like I'd rather have more people under one roof.
Mm.
Cause like if you have a house that's one house, like I got over there in 1-6, I got a house that's just one house. One tenant lives in there, they don't pay, you don't get any money. But if you get a duplex, that's 2. If one person moves out, doesn't pay, you still got somebody paying towards your mortgage.
Yep.
You get a triplex. If one person doesn't pay, your mortgage is still paid most likely, and you got repairs, and you might have enough money to still take some money out. You get a quad, one person doesn't pay, you still make the money for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, as long as you buy well, the more units, the better, because like you got one roof, you got one lawn to maintain, you got like one front door, you got like 4 outside walls. So it's like the more people, more like units you can have under one roof, the more you get like economies of scale. Those houses are harder to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you got to do more due diligence when you buy them. Because like a single family house, there's more people who want to buy that. But like a duplex or a triplex or a 4, there's less people. The more units you have, the less people will be willing to buy something like that.
Yeah.
You get a 4plex, you basically only selling to people who want to be investors.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're not going to overpay.
I was just about to say, you got any college shoes, anything up in there?
Nah, I mean, I know some people who do that, but I just haven't been lucky enough to get something over there by mortgage or by copping.
Yeah, ideally. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to buy it with that in mind.
Gotcha.
Have
All right.
you-
You guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you like looked into like buying like a store, a corner store, something like that?
I looked into
Bodega.
multi-families that had like 2 apartments above and a store at the bottom.
Yeah.
I looked into that. I looked into one with a barbershop with my brother. But it's just like, I right now don't understand how to value that. Like, right now I can look at a tenant and see how consistent I think their cash flow is going to be, or how I can do Section 8 with them. But like with that, I don't understand all the way just yet. It's not in my wheelhouse to know like how to look at these numbers from what they're getting to see if it's real. Because if it's a mom and pop store, they can lie.
Yeah. And I'm assuming most of those they're probably in the hole anyway when they're running their business.
Yeah.
So
It's like, I don't know how to look at that and see if those numbers are real. I mean, I could look at it and see if they're way out of whack. Easy. Because like I got MBA, I can look and see if they're way out of whack. But like, if you're selling groceries, let's say it's a grocery store at the bottom. Grocery store only makes like 4% profit. Like, so they sell $100 worth of groceries, only make like $4. So if those numbers are off by like a little bit, that's a big difference. You know, if you're off by 2-3% and you're only making 2-3%, that's a big difference. So it's just like, I don't feel comfortable doing that just yet. And plus, like, if I put somebody out, how do I find somebody else to put in there?
Quickly.
Versus a tenant, I know how to find a tenant.
yeah, it's true, man.
I was about to ask when this is go back to when we talking about the duplex and the tri and the quad. When I heard not pay, that leads me to say, that's all I want to hear about, the dirty work.
Okay, the dirty work is really not that bad. They try and make it seem like it's all people calling you about toilets and stuff, because they don't want like, I feel like it's propaganda to keep like young people out of it. I feel like,
Well, mostly when they ain't delinquent people and they ain't paying. That's what I was.
oh, when they ain't paying, you just deal with it with the city. It's just like, you gotta charge it to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta understand what you're getting into. It's like if you play football, you play football.
Yeah.
You understand you're gonna have to do Oklahomas. You're gonna have to run hills.
Yep.
You're gonna have to.
You're gonna bang.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna run.
You're gonna
Yeah,
do
so-
all that. You're gonna have to lift weights.
Hard work. Yep.
Can you run us through like a typical eviction process?
Typical eviction process. All right, the motherfucker gonna lie. He gonna lie. Well, he or she is gonna lie through their teeth. Talking about, I'm gonna meet you on the 5th. All right. You give me, I can't meet you on the 5th. I'm gonna pay you this Friday. I'm gonna pay you this. I'm gonna pay you on the 15th when I get my check. Then at first it sounds nice because a lot of us come from, especially as black men, come from either single mothers or not having any. We've got 2 parents. So like I've been in situations where my mother like had issues with the rent and that kind of stuff. So it's just like sympathetic, like, oh dang, you know what I mean? But it's like this motherfucker just lying. They don't want to pay you. That motherfucker got cable on in their house.
Yeah.
That motherfucker got, you know what I mean?
My man right here got some stories about people who had no business having cable, internet, and phone in their home.
Cable bills,
the way they was living,
more than a car note. $400 a month.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and the way that they was living.
400. That's what I'm saying. Cable. If you got cable and the boxes, I know you're at least paying $300.
At least.
Yeah. So I'm like, you just don't want to pay me.
Yep.
You want to watch TV, ain't nothing on there. Yeah. They just don't want to pay me.
Yeah.
So the hard thing is like when you're getting started, you gotta understand it's a business, and that motherfucker they playing with you, and it's like they not playing with you. This is just how they are. Especially like when I first started, I'm 22. My first tenant was like 49. So like they over twice my age. And it's like, I'm in charge of them, so that was a weird dynamic. Starting off young, it's like, it's a weird dynamic. It's like, I'm calling her miss and ma'am and all this stuff, but like, I'm the person in charge here, but I'm calling her ma'am, miss, and all this other stuff. And when she not paying me, it kind of felt like I had to like, listen to her, but I'm like, no, like, this is my house, I need to get my money type stuff. And it's just like, the motherfucker's just gonna lie. Bro, they gonna lie and just don't feed into it. They not playing with you. It's just this what they have done. And you gotta understand, like, this lady's 50, renting a house from a dude who's 22 because she didn't make the right decisions in life. So she makes bad financial decisions.
Yeah.
And she's gonna continue to make them. So like, you just gotta protect yourself.
So
like,
how long do you take the law before you like, all right, nah, you getting out?
I give everybody like to see like who they are. I give everybody, I don't put them out the first time they do that. As long as they pay me, as long as you pay me, for me, I'm usually cool. As long as I get my money, I really don't care if you pay me on the first of the month or the 20th of the month. I really don't trip. But if it goes into the next month, that's when I'm like, nah. But like to start the process, it takes so long in Baltimore City, you really got to start the process on the 5th. So if I know you somebody who play, I'll just start the eviction process. Well, now it's the 10th. I'll start the process on the 10th.
Oh, they got a little longer.
Yeah, got a little
longer from the pandemic.
That's from the city. They just love like motherfuckers not paying rent for some reason, and it's messed up.
They love,
they just
want you to keep on them.
Okay. Yeah. So all right. So let's say, for instance, they didn't pay. Now it's the 10th. You started the process.
Yeah.
Now you started the process, and let's say they paid full on the 20th.
Yeah.
You gotta like tell the city, nah, I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah, you can just not show up to court if the court case comes. If y'all both don't show up to court, nothing happens really. Okay. If you show up to court and they don't show up, you automatically win. Oh, shit. If you show up to court and they show up to court, the judge can be sympathetic to that person.
Okay.
And they usually will be sympathetic to the tenant.
Got
Baltimore's real sympathetic to the tenant. I don't know why.
I need to edit that out. Can't have his tendency in that shit. Or any feature. But like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
They might be fair, like, oh no, they're gonna rule against me. They don't know that.
They know that.
Yeah,
the tenants
that's
know
why
that.
they playing around.
Tenants know
it. And then after that process, then the sheriff comes.
Oh, so the process is you file your paperwork. It usually takes a month or two. That's why you have to file on the 10th. It's not a process where it's like, oh, I want them out of my house. They get out the house. You can't really be a cold landlord in Baltimore City. They get like a month or two to get the court date, and then once you get the court date, you have to win the court case. That's why I said if they come, the judge might say, hey, do you have the money? If they have the money, the judge might basically like whore you and say you gotta take the money.
Yeah.
Because like in theory you should be able to say, no, I'm good. I don't want the money. I just want it on my property. But the judge can more or less strong arm you and make you take the money.
Okay.
And then like, but let's say she doesn't show up. If she doesn't show up, you gotta hire a cop, and the sheriff will come out and put her out. But you gotta make sure you're there, because the sheriff might have a time window from 8 to 12, and they might come at 7:55, so they gonna leave at 8.
Because you ain't dead. Yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, all right, so like my first image of my first idea of people getting evicted, it was the show Good Times. And it was an episode when they was getting evicted, right? Dudes came up in there, 2 random guys they hired to go in there and start pulling off stuff. And I seen this in other movies, but my own experience would be I'll walk home from school and just see shit, furniture, everything just thrown out on the lawn and shit. Like, dang, when they do this? I guess when we was in school. Like, stuff like that.
They got a certain amount of time to come get it.
Then I start seeing sheriffs come up, but they used to pick shit on doors and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I never really seen the sheriff, like, be accompanied by a landlord and thing. I seen him just come and, like, put something in and then leave.
You can pay somebody to put on the door, you put it on your door yourself. You put the, like, notice, like, hey, I'm doing this. You gotta get evicted. I left that part out. You put the notice, like, hey, I'm evicting you on their door. Y'all know what that is. Mm-hmm. And then you put the notice that they getting evicted on the door, too. And then, like, that's when they know. Sometimes, like, at a time, they just left because they knew they was coming.
Yeah.
A lot, like, they come to Jesus moment and won't sit there and embarrass themselves and get out of town and just leave whatever's in the house. It's like, you could have saved me the time, effort, and energy. Mm-hmm. That's why I try to work with people. I'm like, yo, if you're not going to pay this debt, like, I'm not going to put this eviction on your record, just leave. But it's just like, some people just got like some dishonesty in them. So it's just like, you could try and work with them, but just, you gotta understand, some people just first instinct, because they feel like their back is against the wall, or even if not, some people's first instinct is just a lie. Yeah. So it's like, I try and work with people, and it's just like, I came to a realization, like, for a landlord, I work with people pretty well. You know what I mean? So it's like, if somebody playing with me, they trying to get over, you know what I mean? And it's just like, that they're going to keep lying, because I don't care, bro. I don't care why you didn't pay me, just pay me. If you can't pay me, just leave. I don't want to mess up your life for the next 5-7 years, bro. Just debt. Yeah. So I can get somebody else in here. Business is business. I just want to make my money. Yeah. I can't, if somebody going to live in my property for free, it's not going to be you. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of my family members or one of my homeboys. It's not going to be somebody I don't know. This is a mutual business agreement. Absolutely. If you don't pay, debt. You feel me?
How did you save up enough money to get your first property, or did you even do that?
It only took like, I was still living with my parents because I just graduated, and I just basically saved every dollar I had. Damn. For like 6 months. It just,
like, how much did you have to put down on it?
Like $10,000. Okay. It was like a $55,000 house, and with like homeowner, like gifts and all that stuff. It ended up being like that amount.
Shit, that's what's up. Oh,
did you go through with that? Did you work it out with the last owner?
Yeah, the last owner.
I got you.
They gave me, the seller credit is like the term, but it's basically to give you a gift. Yeah. They're giving you money towards it. He just wanted to get rid of it, and then this is a thing for anybody who's watching this is young. Do everything while you're young and get started, because people will show you hella love just because you're young and trying to do something. Especially if you black. If you black and young and trying to do something positive, dude's just gonna basically just give you stuff for free.
I hear that.
Did you know the seller, or like how?
Then no, he just was a black man. He was just like, how old are you? I just told him, and he's like, man, I got you, bro, type stuff.
Bless.
Because it was just his mother's house. It's just like, man, if you young and black, people really look out for you. Don't listen to that stereotype bull BS, man. Like, if you young and black, like, the world is yours. People just, like, so happy that you doing something, they show you hella love.
I like that, man.
Hella love.
Take that, man. Take that, y'all.
If you feeling disadvantaged, but no.
That's the thing, yeah.
That's not real. Like, if you out there trying to do something, every black person who's older is really going to try and, like, help you as much as they can. For real. Like, even if there's a hater, it's like 1 out of 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
older black people just be so happy that you're doing something positive. They're gonna help you any way they can.
That's that. Yeah, yeah, yo, that's so true, yo. Like I heard that every day working in Baltimore City.
Yeah.
Every day. So how do you see the housing market now?
Good one, bro. I was
Because
thinking
of,
about that. I forgot about
you
that.
know, what's happening with people not being able to pay certain things or people not having money right now.
So this can get real technical. Y'all want the real technical thing?
Yeah,
I might
of
put
course.
people to sleep.
Of course, bro.
Oh, we're going.
Of course, man.
Okay. So what's going on right now is
And not hungry if they sleep.
the Fed is raising interest rates. The Fed is raising interest rates on mortgages.
Yeah.
Basically, the last 10 years or so, since like 2012, once we fully came out of the recession, it's been like the best time for home purchases and being somebody selling a house because interest rates were so low. So a function of buying a house is like if interest rates are 2%, let's say a house is $100,000. If interest rates go to 12%, let's say your monthly payment is $1,000, right? You can only pay $1,000. That's all the bank will approve you for. If interest rates are 2%, you can afford a $100,000 house. If interest rates are 9%, you can afford a $90,000 house or $85,000 house. So housing prices have to come down in terms of as interest rates go up, housing prices have to come down. So a lot of people who bought houses that were like up against the limit, like they have a lot of low money down stuff, like those people are gonna be underwater. And underwater meaning like they can't sell their house and not owe money on it. So if they have a $200,000 house, if they sell it in this higher interest rate market, they still gonna owe 200, but they're gonna sell it for 170.
Boy,
So a lot of people gonna be either messed up and just
ain't
have
not
to
break even or nothing.
suck that up for 30 years. Not 30 years, but they had to suck that up for 5-10 years. Because the first 5 years, you're not even paying nothing towards your principal. So they might have to bite that bullet for like 10 years. And because they bought a house that looked nice. You know what I mean? They might have to bite that bullet. So this housing market is going to be rough on people who are like trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's going to be real rough.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be rough on people who want to keep up with the Joneses because they're going to have a coming to Jesus moment and realize they can't afford nothing that they want to buy. Because the interest rate's going to be too high.
So, for someone looking to buy a home, would you suggest wait it out or just?
No, I would never suggest somebody to wait it out because we don't know what's going to happen in the future.
That's true. You know how long it could last.
We don't know how long it could last because the market could stay irrational longer than you could stay solvent. So it's like you just be sitting there waiting for forever, and it's like we had this bull market that technically shouldn't have really existed because interest rates were zero or in real terms maybe below zero.
It's a beautiful time, man.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful time.
So it's like we had like in real terms right now we have negative interest rates because we have like 9% inflation, which is really probably closer to 20 if you use the CPI from the 70s. So we have negative interest rates, and so it's like we technically shouldn't have an environment like that, but we do. So it's like, and it's been like that for like almost 10 years. So it's like you don't know how long the market is going to do things it shouldn't. It usually corrects in the long term.
Yeah.
But like 10 years is a long time to not own a property.
Yeah.
My advice is just purchase a property where you have instant equity. It's going to take longer,
Exactly.
but you'll protect yourself. Like for those who don't know, equity is just a fancy term to say your house is worth more than you owe on it. So equity is just a fancy term for that number. So if you have a house that's worth $150,000 and you only paid $100K for it, you have $50K in equity. It's just they put fancy terms and stuff just to confuse
people, man. They like, yeah.
Because you don't gotta pay a real estate agent if you know what all these words mean.
Yep.
That's why That's why we put this out here today, and then I'm linking you to this man think tank, Millennial Think Tank. It's gonna be more in depth, but free game. Like I said,
Yeah, I just want to help people.
Take this in for real. I know there's a ton of y'all who want to get into real estate, want to invest, or you purchase your home. But yes, listen.
I got y'all, whatever, you know what I mean? I just want to help people. And it's like, it's way easier than people think. And I feel like it's for everybody, for real. Like, I just helped my brother. He's a couple years younger than me. He didn't go to college like I did. You know, East Baltimore city boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, me and brother, yeah.
Yeah,
We cut
so
up
it's
a few
just-
times.
So it's just
I
like
see him in a minute.
he just bought his first property. He didn't buy it as young as I did. He bought it instead of buying it at 22. He bought it at 27. Bought a duplex, but still, you know what I mean?
That's a start, man.
But still, like I feel like everybody should buy. I feel like every black person who doesn't come from money should buy a multifamily property. Live in one unit, rent out the other 1, 2, or 3. Because you could buy up to 4 units with a residential loan, which is FHA loan. You could put down 3.5%. So like, why not do that and just hold that property for the rest of your life? Even if you don't like renting real estate out, you can handle renting out 2 apartments.
Got you. This is all. I know your first one was all you. The 4 of yours. And I'm gonna get to, you know, how you got to getting that, becoming a hotelier, with the one in Columbia.
Yeah.
But are you in a collective or anything with anybody?
Nah.
Okay.
But like
Everything's all you.
everything is all me. But for like the second house I did like a fix and flip, and that house I got the money. I basically paid no money for that house. I got plugged in with the people I was hanging out with before I came over here, and they loaned me the money to buy the house and fix the house up. And so after the house was fixed up and had a tenant in it, I got the money. Let's say I got the money from Quan. He gave me the $90,000 to do all that. I go to CQ, and CQ gives me 110. So I'll give Quan his 90, and then I keep the 20K in my pocket, and then he's made whole. Well, let's say I give him extra 10 for his troubles and loaning me the money. So he gets 100K, I get 10K, and I get to keep the house. And now he has his 100K back in 6 months and make 10K on it. He gets his 90K back plus 10K. So it's like a win-win, because like he made his money, I got a house. I didn't have anywhere near that much money to buy a house and fix it up. Now I got a fully renovated house that I can rent out, and it's a tool I can use to make money for, as long as the 4 walls are still standing. So that's the best way to really buy a motherfucking house. You feel me? If you got the money to buy it and then fix it up, it's called buy, rehab, refinance, repeat, and it's BRRRR, like Gucci.
Okay.
BRRRR.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it you again?
Buy, rehab.
Oh, no, you. Just,
No, you.
it's BRRRR.
Yeah.
Buy, rehab. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Repeat. Okay.
What's your biggest loss?
Man.
Part of the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think my biggest L.
It happens.
Man, the biggest L. Jeez. Man, there's some L's. Probably the biggest. The biggest L was the hotel. Because the hotel.
This is the one you told me?
Yeah, the Colombian hotel.
Pre-pandemic and then going into the pandemic.
Pre-pandemic and then having a hotel in the pandemic, that was like super L. So what happened was the hotel was supposed to be like hands off, like I just put in some money and then they manage it for me type stuff. But then that didn't work out. So me and the other investors were basically getting shanked out by this shitty company called Life Afar. Rich Holman. Like, he's a dirty dude. Don't do no business with him.
Cool?
You hear that?
You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I got a video on my channel talking about that. Him, yeah, he dirty. So basically what he was doing, he had a whole bunch of properties like that, where it's like me and Quan have a property, and then he'll go across the street and use the money from me and Quan's property to finance the next one. So he'll have like 10 of properties that me and Quan are invested in, and he'll use that funds from that to build the 11th property. Yeah, even though like we don't know any of these other people, and they just keep using me and Quan's money to finance the next deal, So he basically getting no money down loans on our property, and we not getting the returns that we're supposed to get. So we ended up having to fire him, and then we had to take on the property. And then so okay, that was 2019. Okay, we got it. We had to fire them bums. We got this, and then COVID happened, and it's like Bogota had crazy COVID restrictions. It was like you had to be in the house by like 5 o'clock.
They had crazy COVID rates too. Like,
Yeah.
was dying out there.
Yeah, yeah, that.
It was just people laying in the streets and stuff.
Yeah, it was crazy. You had to be in the
Hospitals had no room.
So obviously nobody want to take a trip there.
Doing that, yeah.
Yeah, so we got a hotel during all the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So like all the travel, of course people were dying. RIP to all those people who passed. But like, so that was like a whole L for 2020.
Yeah.
Pretty much 2020 and most of 2021. So we just got back positive recently. We've been positive for a while, but we haven't distributed any dividends so far this year. But like that whole 2020, it's just been rough. It was rough because it was like we didn't know when it was going to end. Like it could have went.
Unforeseen, man.
Yeah.
Tell me.
And then it's like that's in Columbia. I live in Baltimore, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you
it's
can't
like
get over there and just like, oh, you see,
Hold on, wait. Like in Colombia.
yeah, Columbia and Bogota and the capital.
man.
Oh.
Y'all gotta stay at the hotel if you ever go. If y'all ever go, y'all gotta stay at Urban Heights and Chapinero,
Trip is happening.
Bogota, Colombia. You know what I mean?
Trip is happening.
If anybody from who watches this comes, I'll plug you in with the person I know personally who does like food tours out there and all that stuff. The dude from This Is Ace Live on YouTube, he stayed at the hotel. We do like This Is Ace Live, Bogota.
What do you got, a little vlog or something he did on it?
Yeah, he did a little vlog on there. So if you go on there and he did a stay, we hooked him up. So like he enjoyed it. So like he's a big time YouTuber. It's just not me talking today at my hotel. Like he came down there, check it out. I think you'll like it. And so that was just rough. That was probably my biggest out that year.
True, for sure. We'll show some love there too then. Okay, so I got a hard one, bro.
Yeah.
I got a hard one. I don't expect you to have an actual answer to this,
Right.
How do you fix the homelessness problem in California?
I would say to fix the homelessness problem in Cali, you have to, first things first, you have to do is, you have to understand that some people are going to be homeless.
Yes.
Most of the solutions to the problem don't address that. It's like we have to understand, like, no matter what program that we institute, there's going to be people who don't care enough and would rather be homeless than work.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't feel like that, but there are some people like that.
For sure.
And then I think the programs have to stem off of helping people in stages, like you get help for reaching this milestone. It can't be like we give you all this at once, or we can't like just giving the person a place in a shelter isn't enough. Like think about filling out a job application. Like if you fall off that run in society where you do no longer have like an address, how did you get your stimulus check that just went out to all these people? How do you get your tax return? How do you do any of these things? You know what I mean? If you're homeless, you don't have an address.
No.
How do you get a bank account? How do you get an ID?
Yeah. A physical address.
Yeah, it's just like so many things that's hard. But for me to fix the homeless problems in California, admit that it's a problem. I would say try not to let that shit overtake the cities like they let it do over there.
Yeah, I was shocked at someone close to me who went to, it wasn't in Oakland, but it was in the Bay Area. And I know it's very expensive to live over there now, the cost of living. And once he said that, I thought of Oakland immediately. He said homelessness.
Yeah.
They got like these middle class to upper lower middle class people are living in trailer parks there, basically.
Yeah.
They really in trailer parks
So
out there.
Like Skid Row.
Yeah.
Just tons and tons of tents.
Yeah, and that too. Like,
Like
going to work and all of that and coming back. Their families.
It's so expensive out there.
Yeah.
And why it's so expensive is it's so hard to build. Like it's hard. Y'all live in Baltimore. You see how long it takes for them to build something.
Yeah, we're in a small city compared to these big cities.
So it's like it's so much regulations on building. They had to remove that. But people are so worried about somebody making $1 million. They want to impede him. Like there's a good video out there. It's like a dude in Cali. He owns a laundromat. Wants to put apartments on top. But people are so pissed off that he gonna probably make a couple million. They don't want him to do it. And it's like The only way housing prices can come down is if we build more housing. We don't have like a housing crisis. We have a new building crisis. We don't allow people to build more houses. It's supply and demand. We get the same amount of houses as 1950, but the population is twice as much. Houses are going to cost twice as much. You know what I mean? If it's 4 times as many people want to live in Cali than they used to, that's why houses are 4 times as much as they used to.
Yeah.
You gotta let people build houses. We can't be worried about somebody making money, because if somebody makes money,
Living right out of a motel.
yeah, because there's nowhere to live.
Yeah.
Why would you sell your house? Even if you wanted to sell your house, where you gonna move?
Okay.
So it's a combination of letting people build more housing. They probably got lower minimum wage. That's probably sound crazy to people.
You said lower?
Yeah, they probably gotta get rid of it.
You said I mean, I'm not. You said Cali might have a lower minimum wage.
They might need to.
Oh, they might need to have a lower minimum wage.
Yeah, they might need to get rid of it.
Get rid of the minimum wage completely?
Yeah, like 100%.
So that the people there don't make as much, so it reflects how much they pay in other things? Or
No,
why?
It's like a part of people being homeless is that they don't have skills. Because like think about this, like the amount of people who are doctors who are homeless is probably a lot less than people who have GEDs who are homeless.
1550.
Dropouts that are homeless.
Uh-huh.
So it's like by having a minimum wage. All right, so I give you an example. So like minimum wage, right, is $15. If I wanted to pay you $10 an hour to watch the Super Bowl and give me your opinion on the commercials, I can't do that.
Yes.
Because that's lower than minimum wage.
Right.
But that's something I might be willing to pay you $10 for. I can't afford to pay you 15, or I might be willing to pay you $5. You already watching it. Why can't I give you $5 an hour? You just tell me what you think about every Cheez-It commercial.
So therefore, you don't have a job at all.
Yeah, you don't have a job at all. So it's just like, but I don't think it's better for people to not have jobs at all than to have lesser jobs, but the few jobs that exist pay 15.
But then that's on the employer to pay someone what they fairly, I guess.
I would say, so this is where doing the business is like, I have a different understanding. It's like, it's only so much you could pay somebody. Like a property manager. It's like, I can't pay a property manager. If my rent is $1,000, I can't pay you $1,000 to manage the property because there's not enough money. I have to pay all the other repairs and all that stuff. I can only pay you like 100, 150, maybe 200. Like that's all I can pay you out of $1,000 in rent. So it's like, as a worker, you're trying to charge at $15 an hour for certain jobs, like washing windows at a gas station. Like there's no self-service. All gas stations are self-service because you can't pay somebody $15 an hour to pump gas.
Yep.
Because there's not enough value in it. I could pay you $5 and you can get tips, but I can't pay you $15. So now that job just don't exist.
Yep.
So it sounds mean and crazy, but like minimum wage being high is why it's no job. Part of the reason why it's no jobs. Because like you work at a gas station, right? That's a sucky job. You washing windows, but lots of gas stations also have like an auto shop right there. So you learn how to change tires. You learn how to run the shop. It leads to other career opportunities, but you never even get to get on the career ramp because I can't pay you 15. Because like just because I pay you 15, you get 15, but I also have to pay the government. So like your $15 an hour is probably closer to 20.
And it's not like gas stations, how much they're buying the oil for and how much they're selling it for is that big of a difference.
Yeah, so
they're not making that much profit off of it.
Yeah, so I can't pay somebody $20 an hour to be there all day. I can't pay 2 people $20 an hour to pump gas.
What you want, but then that's about it.
It's not like you're not gonna pump enough gas for me to pay you $20.
Yeah.
Because I don't make that much money off the gas. I make all the money off the convenience store, but I'm in there. I'm not paying you to do that. So like now that job don't exist. And that's a job somebody could be making a couple of dollars doing. And then him and his mans, instead of being homeless, could be living somewhere. It won't be nice, but it'll be living somewhere if they had more housing being built and lowered the minimum wage. It's like you got a problem with motherfuckers don't have jobs. Like you artificially getting rid of jobs. And then like, oh, why so many motherfuckers not working? It's a concept a lot of people don't. It sound mean, but it's like really what we need. It's what we need in Baltimore too. Like the squeegee boys could easily work at that said gas station.
Yeah.
But the minimum working age is too high.
That's a story in itself right there.
Like you saying 16, but like a lot of niggas need money before they turn 16, bro.
Yeah.
If we being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like in the city, like it's not the same as the suburbs. It's like suburban people make the laws. Like I might need to work at 13 or 12. I can't legally get a job at a barbershop until I'm 16.
Yeah, legal. Yeah, might be sweeping stuff.
Gotta start trafficking coke, bro.
And then they wonder why people turn to that stuff. They both are legal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sweep
They
hair.
can't support nothing.
Yeah.
Can't support their family.
What do you expect them to do? But instead of being a squeegee boy, you work at a gas station. Now you get exposure to working in a convenience store. Hey, I can do that. I can run a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Or, hey, I can be a mechanic. When I get into high school, I'm going to try and go down that path.
Right.
You never get no experience to anything. And then, so, like, your first job at 16. Like, I graduated high school at 17. So I would have been working for a year. And then, in theory, I got to pick what I want to do for the rest of my life. Don't even make sense.
Mm.
You feel me? There's too much pressure. You gotta let kids work earlier. There's nothing wrong with working.
Yeah, build some.
And some
Build
people,
them. I worked
some
since I was
kids,
15.
some kids need it,
Yeah.
like to feed themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can have a moral high ground, or you want kids to be able to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather kids eat. Like, I don't think it's not wrong with somebody working at 12 because they sweeping hair.
Shit, I wanted to work as early as I could.
Yeah.
Man. I'm thinking like, it's the old days. I could find a newspaper and start throwing on my bike and stuff. Man, that shit was well over with
Yeah,
by the
well
time
over.
I was 12.
Exactly. Think about it. You somebody who
delivered newspapers in Baltimore.
You
Like, not
want-
that way.
you wanted to work,
Yeah.
couldn't work. It's against the law.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid.
I remember I was 14 and trying to go places.
So, like them saying just no one this age can work is easy on their part.
Yeah.
Because if you say, okay, well, you can work at this certain age, well, it's like, well, how do we stop employers from taking advantage of them? Well, now I have to create more things so that employers don't take advantage of them,
Yeah.
which means more work for me.
Rewrite
Yeah.
the whole,
You know, so it's like yeah, of course it's possible, and we could do all of that, but do I want to work that hard? Do I want to like say okay, yeah, well, if you're this age and the cutoff of how much you can work in a day, your
It's
full
like
day is
15
this.
hours or
You know,
something.
like something like that, right? Everything's possible, right?
Yeah. It's very, the 16-year minimum age for working is very elitist. If you're a rich guy in fucking Annapolis working as a senator or whatever, your kids don't fucking need to work at all. They're just doing it for character.
Exactly. They just should look good.
Yeah. So like they can
jabs.
wait till they 16, but like I can't. I need the money way before I'm
Yeah,
16.
he's at the yacht club working hard this summer.
Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah.
So when you were at that Walmart was in high school, you was going over the hours you supposed to, right?
I don't remember anything I do, yo.
Yo, come on, bro. This man did suppressed memories, yo.
Like, I don't
This dude was working overnights, yo. We had to miss a day of school a few times.
I don't even remember how long I worked there.
I remember one time, you can go to sleep and none of that.
That's every job I'm at, though. So,
That's what it is.
you know, like, if I'm not dying or I ain't in pain, fuck it. I don't fuck it. Just, come on,
Just keep going.
give me that money, bro.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Give me the money.
Yep.
Like,
That's the motive.
That's what money is the motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got some out there takes on certain things. And that's probably 2 of them. I think like no minimum wage,
Mm-hmm.
and then no
What's another
no
one?
minimum working age.
You got another one?
I think motherfucking people want to blame white people for the transatlantic slave trade, y'all. Well, it's really black people that did it.
Equally at fault. I'm gonna say that.
all right.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say.
we're cutting the video right
I've been.
It's some played a part. Some black people played. It ain't all black people, but it was.
It's gonna be fucked up because it's like I've been tracing my roots and learning the history. Like I found out through my mom's side, I'm from the T-Car people of Cameroon, and on my dad's side, I'm from the Yoruba people in Nigeria.
So that shit worked for you. Then you was like, don't do this African ancestry shit.
Yeah.
It's phony.
because it was taking so long.
Oh, they just taking a minute.
So
They
you
was, like,
mean
pouring me on all the
so when you mean it's black people's fault, you mean You mean the black
Like-
people who sold the other black people from Africa?
Yeah. Because,
Okay.
like, when the Europeans first came to Africa, they couldn't go into Africa. Africa was actually called the heart of Africa, like outside of the coast. It was called the white man's graveyard. Because white people couldn't survive in there until like the 1800s. And the transatlantic slave trade, people know, was way before the 1800s.
Yeah.
But how the fuck did they get the slaves?
Oh yeah, it was definitely some deals
Go
made.
on.
There was some deals made.
It wasn't.
It was deals made.
Keep
Yeah.
going, bro. Keep
Ain't
going.
no
It
mistake.
Keep going.
It wasn't.
Don't stop there.
It wasn't deals. They was the ones doing it 100%.
Oh, that was across Africa.
Across
Already.
Africa.
Yes, I'm
What else
familiar
you
with
gonna
that. It
do
was going
after you
across.
conquer a tribe? You gonna send them to the white people.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like they couldn't come into the heartland of Africa. It wasn't like motherfuckers like got ripped off the land. It was like
Yeah, no.
A nigga
They
took-
don't just pull up and
yeah, nigga took you there and was like
without
yeah.
instructions.
Yeah, nigga took you here and dropped you off. Like like niggas sold niggas there, and like why white people are thriving in Africa is fucked up. It's because our ancestors are punishing them and not the white man.
Yeah.
Because our brothers sold us into slavery.
But they didn't know what was gonna happen.
And fuck if I was telling you to be a slave. Maybe the
They
first
know,
year,
yeah, the snowballing. Man.
maybe the first year, but hundreds of years you ain't know. You can't tell me for hundreds of years them niggas ain't know. Motherfuckers used to have to park their boats, and Africa has like really terrible ports. So it's like they had to park their boats far off the coast, and niggas had to drive their little dinghy boat and
Yeah.
bring you the motherfucking slaves. So like the motherfuckers, they did it. They did it to us. That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers think it's gonna be kumbaya. We get all motherfucking like all black places. It's not gonna be like that. You a little bit different than me. Your ass is going over
This
there.
is
with
too
that white man.
complicated, man. We like the simple things. White people, bad.
Yeah.
That's what we like, bro.
shit.
That's
It's
what we
just-
like. That's what we like.
It's just people.
That's true. It's history,
it's
man.
just
It's what it
people.
is. And
It's just people
we're
are
gonna do
bad.
another episode more deep in the history.
Yeah.
When I get my history teacher, all history on here. But
People-
yeah, we can dive deeper. You can even come on for that one too.
I fuck with that. People just bad. That's what I'm saying. Like don't
Yeah.
get it's because you learn about people, it makes you feel better about the real estate game. I'm always bringing it back to the business because it's like you understand that it's
Yeah, a lot of
just
shit correlated.
human nature. You can't stop a motherfucker who's a liar. There's nothing you can do about that. Like people are gonna lie to you. People are gonna not pay their rent on time. It's just human nature. Like people should not have cable if they behind on their rent. But like not everybody is a responsible human. You know what I mean? People are slaves to their like cardinal desires.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a dude like not gonna pay your rent, and you might, especially as social media gets more prevalent, you might see him take a girl out on a date.
Yep.
And you can't go swing on him like, oh, where's my rent money? You just gotta understand that's human nature.
Yeah.
The motherfucker sold niggas into slavery. A nigga not paying you rent is not really that big a deal. You know what I mean? Because we wouldn't be here if somebody didn't sell us into our parents or grandparents down the line into slavery, we wouldn't be here. Like you can't trip off a nigga not paying you rent to the point where it makes you angry. You gotta detach yourself from flaws in other people. And sometimes people fall on hard times, but a lot of it is just when people not wanting to pay you. You just gotta be okay with that.
What if I desire anger?
What if you want to like swing on people?
What if I like that?
Then you can't be a landlord because you're gonna lose. That's the thing. You are in a power position. It's basically like you hitting a woman. Even if they spit on you, do whatever. Like if you swing on a woman and like you in a public place swinging on a woman, it don't matter what she did to you. She could have gave you HIV, herpes, spit on you.
Hold
You swing on you,
on,
you
bro.
going to jail.
Hold on, bro. Ooh. Going too far, man. Going too far,
Yeah,
man.
I'm talking like that's real. Like if she could do that, you swing on her, you get the fucking her up out in public, you going to jail.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You going to
And later on, if
Later-
you want to tell you, she
That
molested you.
is also a fact. That's a fact.
like you the landlord.
Still gonna do it though.
You in the position. That's what I'm saying. You going to jail. You gonna go to court. You gonna be on WJZ, the evil landlord.
You still gonna do it though.
Beat up his tenant. They ain't gonna put the part in there where he motherfucking set your dog on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I don't know. Yeah, news channel.
They
I
gonna
know somebody.
you gonna be on the news.
I know somebody close to me who beat up their tenant, and after this person beat up their tenant, they cracked the tenant's girl.
Okay, they beat a male up, but yeah,
So I mean,
Man, he probably was too embarrassed to press charges. But you get one of these motherfuckers with a lawyer.
yeah, probably.
But you welcome in
I mean,
here on
depend
these
on.
episodes.
Huh?
What you welcome in here?
Yeah, you bring him. I want to hear that story.
I don't know.
You want to blow his spot up?
Yeah, yo,
I got nothing to deal with it. It might be.
That tenant might see this and be like, hold on. Sue this motherfucker.
So, since we talking about heritage a little bit and going back,
Yeah.
let's bring it a little closer in, but still back. You have Jamaican ancestry.
Yeah, Jamaican ancestry. Yeah.
This man has dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship
That's
in
one thing
Jamaica.
we want to talk about here for many people who have Caribbean backgrounds. One parent might be from there. If you are interested in knowing getting dual citizenship, or one parent from another country in general.
Yeah.
How to do it, just the process. I did want him to talk about that too as well.
So if you are Jamaican, I have a video specifically about that on my channel. And after
I'm cool with.
And by the time by the time this video comes out, I'm gonna have a video that I'm doing. Now that you have your Jamaican passport, how do you diversify yourself throughout the world? So it's gonna be like, how do you the places I recommend for opening, like overseas gold storage, banking, only on places though you can get to visa free with your Jamaican passport. So like how to internationally diversify yourself as a Jamaican.
What can they go at?
It's like 87 countries.
Is one of them the UK?
No.
Okay.
Which is messed up.
It probably would have been, X amount of years ago.
Yeah, which is messed up because the
So
Queen
they
of
both
England
changed.
is still the Queen of Jamaica.
Yeah.
So it's messed up that Jamaicans can't go over there.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to do this video, so we do business with people who's messing with us.
Mm-hmm.
But the process is easy. I'm actually helping my homegirl at work do it because she's Jamaican too. You just need your parents. You can actually go back to your grandparents. So you just need your parents' birth certificate. You only need one of them. Whichever one's Jamaican, you don't need the other one. If both of them Jamaican, you only need one. So your parents' birth certificate, your ID, 2 passport photos. Actually, you should get 4 so that way you can just do your passport application at the same time. And they'll just process your citizenship and then process your passport back to back. That way you don't really have to wait. You fill out the application. The application is just real easy. Name, address, relation. And if you need to do your grandparents, so you just need your grandparents' information. And if you use your grandparents' information, you might need their marriage certificate. And it has to be your father. If your father, it has to be on your birth certificate. If they're not on your birth certificate, you can't do it.
Oh.
So that's that. And you have to make sure their names are lined up properly, because like I had to use my I'm trying to think. My mom's birth certificate is messed up.
Was it some maiden name?
Yeah, there's something like that. So you had to make sure all the names lined up.
Gotcha.
So you gotta make sure the names lined up. So I got a detailed video on my channel. Y'all should like that.
It was about a month process, 2 months.
It's like 4 months.
Oh.
I'm actually doing it for my son right now. It's like 4 months. It used to be sooner, but everything's got
He's
slower.
a father. Give us a shout out to this father right here. Strong black man. Strong black father right here.
Trying to diversify yourself, man. So if you're in the Caribbean, Jamaica's actually probably one of the weaker passports in the Caribbean. If you're like from Grenada, Dominica, or any of those other places, those passports are really strong. If one of your parents is from there, you should get them. Because people pay like $100,000-$200,000 for those passports. You can get it for like $100. It opens a lot because like when COVID happened, you could have went to Jamaica, you could have went to, St. Kitts, you could have went to the Bahamas. You can go to these places and live there. And if you have one of these passports and you have one of these CARICOM passports, you can live and work in any of the CARICOM countries. So like if you have a Jamaican passport, you can go work in Trinidad and Tobago like you're Trinidadian.
Man.
It opens up a lot of opportunities because you never know what's going to be the next place that pops up in the world.
And for a lot of people who want to work remote now, they can go get situated in one of them places.
And do what you gotta do.
Just chill, man.
Yeah.
Come back, do that.
So it's definitely something I recommend. And
I have no Caribbean ties. If I did, I would be doing it. But I got a lot of friends who do, and I'm hoping y'all watching this.
Yeah, hopefully you do, because it's something that everybody should do and just keep it. Because you can pass it down to your kids, pass it down to your grandkids. And I think the diaspora being plugged in back home. It makes you more willing to travel there, set up some real roots there, buy a house there.
Yeah.
It's good for the island. It's good for you. You don't really have to worry too much about what's going on in America because you always got that plan B. Just a plan B because, of course, for most people, if you grow up here, your friends here, all that, it's going to be easier to do shit here.
Yeah.
But to be able to leave if you have to is good. And Americans can't do certain things overseas. And it's good to have another passport for certain shit like that. I'm trying to think some of the places you can go. Jamaican passport, you can go to Russia. You can't go to Russia with a U.S. passport.
Not now.
I don't know if you want to go to Russia. You can go to Brazil. No, I think Americans go to Brazil now. Before a while, you couldn't go to Brazil if you were American. It's just good to have two, and it only costs you $100 for the application to get your citizenship, and then $100 for the passport. Why not spend $200 and be a full-fledged citizen?
Yeah, for life.
For life, and they can't take it away from you. Because technically, I was technically born Jamaican. My mom just
birthright.
Yeah, my mom just didn't do the paperwork. I just did the paperwork myself. Like technically, I had it before my son was born. So like my son was Jamaican, his father is a Jamaican citizen. Like, I just had to do the paperwork. So just get it, claim it. Anybody, and even if you are a real business person, get your business booming, you probably should buy a second passport anyway. On one of these islands where it's $100K. Or if you can't really fade that, there's a lot of options. Like Paraguay has a second residency program, and you can get it for $2,000. If you do it yourself, you could do it for $700.
And that's in South America.
South America is a landlocked country in South America, next to Brazil. So if you look at it on a map, Paraguay is a cool place. Taxes are low. For $2,000, it's $700 if you do it yourself. But like not a lot of people speak Spanish. And in Paraguay, they still have some of the native language, so it's not like Mexican Spanish. It's not como se llamo.
Yes.
It's a little bit different.
It's from the indigenous people.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Like the dialect's a little bit different. So if you have somebody helping you, it'll help you out a lot. But Paraguay's a cool place. You can do that.
No doubt.
I definitely think, man, that's something black people need to get on is getting second residencies at least. I know second citizenships is kind of unattainable for the average person. At $100K is the cheapest one that you could do. Mm-hmm. But you can get a second residency for $2,000. $700 if you do it yourself. You make an investment. You start getting a couple of dollars. You're gonna make an investment. Like I got a residency in Colombia, and when I did the hotel thing, man, I think you can get a second residency in Colombia for like $20K investment. So if you're making money, $20K, why not? If you buy a house overseas, you can get an investment. Portugal, I think you can get a golden visa for a $50K investment. So if golden visa allows you to move, live, and work anywhere you want to do in the EU. Malaysia has a visa program where you put some money in a bank. And this is the best thing about that Paraguay one. It's $700, but it's only $700 if you have a degree. If you have a degree, it's $700. If you don't, you have to put $5,000 in the bank. So if you have a college degree, it's really $700, and you can have a visa. And then that's in the
Sound good, don't it?
Yeah, and that's in the Mercois region. I don't know if they actually say it like that, but so you can go to Colombia, you can go to other countries around there, and it's like you got a visa there too. So it opens up a lot. Because Paraguay is a place Jamaicans can't go, but by having a Paraguayan permanent residency, it makes my Jamaican passport a lot stronger. You know what I mean? And it opens me up to new opportunities. And you get to go places, man. Like if you're traveling, going throughout the world, why not plant a couple flags? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like go to places, but go with a little bit of purpose.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to Greece, let me see how this shit look. Oh, I don't like that. I'm going to Italy, let me see how that shit look. Oh, okay, this is cool. You know, they giving out dollar houses in Italy. Let me scoop one of these things up. Yeah, cause
need that, man.
yeah, Southern Italy is like they have such a
Free game, bro. Like I said, yo, it's a free game, man. Keep going, man.
Southern Italy is having a problem with like keeping people there. So if you have a couple of dollars, like you can get a house for $1.
Bro, like Southern Italy?
Huh?
Oh, you said Southern Italy's having a problem?
Yeah, they keeping people there because like people need to work and get jobs. And if you have an EU citizen, you can work anywhere in
That's
the
cool.
EU.
They all complexion down there anyway.
They're a little bit darker, yeah. So you can fit right in. Especially if you down to learn the language.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities for real. Like people be thinking Europe is expensive or it's doing so well. Really not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the same way they got dollar houses in Baltimore, they got them in Italy.
Yeah.
if you're gonna get Dollhouse in Baltimore, you got the money to do that. Why not get you one in Italy? Maybe do something exotic. You might like that, especially if you can work from home. What the hell is the difference?
Facts.
You have a nice little spot in Italy, eating fucking authentic linguine or whatever. I don't even know that's Italian.
Oh, that's Italian.
Yeah, eating brick oven pieces and all that every day, getting fat.
I want the wine.
Yo, the wine,
That's what I want, man.
it's like, it's a lot out here, bro. You just gotta try it. I'm trying to think some other way. Paraguay has a pretty decent visa program. They just switched it up a little bit, but
I view that as somewhere warm. I can go wherever. That's when I hit
yeah,
Paraguay.
you can go
I hit
wherever.
South America, yo. Other than was it Argentina?
Yeah, Argentina has having
The
some,
Andes is I know get cold at the bottom here,
but they got like good meat.
yeah,
They got-
good place nonetheless.
Because a lot of Italians moved there, so the food is like real crazy down there. Like real good steaks, real good wines and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I had Argentina red wine a few times.
Yeah. Como se chama? That's how they talk.
Latino. Shit, I want to go back to Jamaica though. What's some of your favorite places you've been in Jamaica?
Man.
Places to go to. Let's say that.
I say my family from the sticks, so I'll be out there in
The
St.
yard.
Anne's. Yeah, I'll be
Oh,
out
okay.
there. Yeah, that bitch with no AC.
Wagwan.
Yeah, I'll be out there with no AC. Sometimes, like, I probably like Ochi. Ochi's probably my favorite place to go.
OCHEE? Is that what it's called? You call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ocho Rio.
Oh, Ocho Rio. Or
Yeah,
something.
my bad.
I got you.
Yeah, Ochi's probably my favorite place to go. I never really actually been to like a resort out there before, so like I really don't know what that's like.
Yeah, I don't want to look like no tourist, man.
Yeah,
I don't do
see
that.
that's me. Whenever I go places, I don't look like no tourist.
Tell them.
When I go to Colombia,
Tell
I'm out there in Medellin, like just cooling it. You know what I mean? And, I don't even say
Immersing
Florida.
myself in there.
Immerse it.
I ain't gonna put myself in no danger, but I'm gonna immerse
That's
myself.
the best way to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause you out there in France.
Yeah, I was enjoying myself out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
out
with
there in France.
a tourist. I was with the locals and all that. Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. Cause like you get to see the people.
Definitely.
You don't really get to experience. If you go to a resort, it's like you still in America.
Ah, yeah, the resort is just like a
Uh-oh.
park.
Okay.
Never been on a resort.
I don't know.
It's nice, but like I mean, like it's good for what it is. But
It's nice for like a day.
yeah,
Well, if you want
all
to-
you got is just the trees and the the sun and all that in the water. That's it. That's just
Yeah.
your view of Jamaica.
Yeah.
Your experience of Jamaica.
That's not it. You can do that anywhere. If you only do resorts, you can't really tell the difference between the DR, Jamaica,
Facts.
Mexico. It's all the same. It's just a beach.
Facts.
Yeah. I definitely recommend Ochi. Ochi's cool. You gotta try KFC. People don't know it's different. KFC really be hitting.
Yo, why I just saw something about that, yo? I just saw something about that KFC tasting bomb in other countries, yo.
What are you talking about?
KFC.
I heard
KFC
that.
tastes way different.
Okay.
My cousin, because when I was out, I remember one time I was out there and they like, yo, we gotta get KFC. I'm like, man, I don't want no damn KFC. So if I come to Jamaica to eat KFC, they're like, nah, it's different than how it is out there. I don't know what it is, but that shit tastes way different. That shit way better.
I mean,
Because I don't even eat KFC
you
from
got
here.
the chicken run right up there.
But yeah, they probably
There ain't
do.
nothing else. It ain't no middle.
It's like how McDonald's is different. And,
Oh,
And all over.
We was in France.
Fucking Paris, it was
They put like waffle fries in
how
there or something.
fucking well that
what?
too, but like the nuggets actually taste different.
For
Like,
real?
a lot different.
Like, it's like
Like
real
good.
chicken.
Yeah, like
100% chicken
good.
breast
It's
over
like-
there. They don't allow that
Bro.
pink slime shit.
No, I went no pink or nothing. Like,
Yeah.
not even close. Not even close.
Yeah, we get treated dirty as Americans when it comes to food. They treat
Poison.
us dirty.
Or the
It's like the jerk pork, that's probably my favorite thing in the world to eat, but only in Jamaica. Here it don't taste the same.
I never seen jerk pork in other Jamaican places around.
I don't
think it's on the menu.
I don't get that. Because like most Americans never even heard of it before.
I ain't even, yo.
Yeah.
It's never pork on the menu.
If
It's,
you ever go to Jamaica,
it's
you
either
got
chicken, oxtail, beef,
and curry chicken.
or goat,
Yeah.
which I love.
Why is jerk pork not on the menu?
You ever see that
Oh,
at
it's like-
Island Cuisine or other
'cause-
places? Tasha's ain't.
Most people
I don't
don't.
think I ever seen.
I don't think I ever
Because
seen
like
it
don't they
either.
like
And the fish, they got the soft fish down
Yeah.
and all
Like-
that.
I mean, well, I don't know if multiple places do this in Jamaica, but won't they like jerk the whole pig and then like put it in the ground?
Yeah, some places do that. And then how we do it is most of you just get a piece of it and you just cook it on like a grill. The whole pig like kind of expensive. So you just take pieces of pig and cook it.
When
that should be busting.
Jamaica trip.
I'm trying to plan that now for my son turn 2 while it's still free to find
What's his birthday?
February.
Alright.
I'm trying to go out there now.
I need some of that Jamaican rum, bro. You know I'm a rum man. I need some of that Jamaican rum.
And Ray and nephew.
Dog, that shit. That's that clear shit, bro. It's like 90. What's like 100 something proof, bro?
Like 70% alcohol. I don't know how to
It's the yellow and green label. It's clear. It's white rum. That shit. It's just on the same tier as Everclear.
Yeah.
140 proof.
It's like,
nephew serious. I was thinking about Mountain Gay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Mountain Gay, but I don't think that's. I think that's. Is that Jamaica or Barbados? I could be a little wrong.
I think it's Jamaica. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, but that Mountain Gay serious, bro. Yeah. Ray and nephew is that serious, yo.
That Ray and nephew, that's what I drink though. That shit gets you fucked up.
Fuck yeah.
That shit like 2 shots in one.
Serious stuff, man.
Double shot and a single shot.
Serious stuff.
But man, so yeah, dual citizenship is where it's at, man. Especially for black people. Oh man, for African ancestry, I was talking shit about them because they did me fucking dirty.
Yep.
Like, if y'all watching this, fuck y'all. But like, but for real. But if you want to do it, they offering dual citizenship for people who take the African ancestry test and have history in Sierra Leone.
Only there.
Only there for right now. So it's like
how much of a trace do you gotta have?
It's right.
How you got like 0.
So how they do it is just like. It doesn't have like the percentages.
Okay.
It just traces your.
And it just say the country.
Your mother's line or your father's line if you're a man, and it just says like the country or a couple countries, and it just tells you like
something to do.
And like how much would that number
It's
cost?
more expensive. It's like $300. Like Ancestry is like $60.
Oh no! I meant like
the trip.
No, like I could get like a passport there, right?
Yeah, you can get a passport.
How much would that be?
Oh, that's like $5,000.
Okay,
that's for the trip.
Okay, to get there and then get all that done. You gotta put that. That's a trip, man.
But to go over there is gonna cost. It's like they're paying. That's for the trip, the hotel, and they take you to do stuff. That's for like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's they're gonna take you to meet like your family, not your family. Well, I guess your family. They're gonna take you to meet your tribe. You're gonna get your own tribe little name. They're gonna let you meet people. You're gonna get to meet the president. So it's like for that 4 or 5 bands, like maybe 4, like that 4 bands or 4 or 5. Like you get all that and you get a citizenship. And citizenship on the open market is at least $100K. So it's like, if you wanted to go to Africa, you might as well take this test first. And then if you got to Sierra Leone, you might as well do it that way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they're going to take you to like your heritage, where your heritage is from for real.
I would love to see that, man. I always thought that shit was impossible.
Yeah.
Because I said, we always felt we got the shit in the stick being African Americans.
A little bit.
We can't go that far back. DNA is possible now. And even with that, you can see the region, but we will never know, like, we can't go there and meet like a long lost aunt or cousin or something like that. But it's something like that, something I can get even closer to it though.
Yeah, so if the science for this, it goes through like, y'all know I did the chemistry, so it's like science is my thing. Oh yeah, so with your X and Y chromosome, those are your sex chromosomes, so those over time don't change as much. Like you get little variations, because all your other chromosomes, when they come together, they mix. So you're like a completely different person than your parents. That's why like your DNA is like it's close but very different. It's like your father and your mother's DNA, they don't like just line up like this, they line up like this. Yeah. But your sex chromosomes don't do that. So like they're more preserved over generations. So for like thousands of years, we can go and look back and say like, they call it a haplogroup. You're from this haplogroup. These people live in this area. These people came from this area. And it's like, I don't remember the male side, but for like the female side, it's like from your mother's mother's mother, because everyone has a mitochondrial DNA they get from their mother, and that's what we're talking about here. Yep. And that DNA doesn't change much over time, and it's like, those haplogroups, they look at that haplogroup and compare that to people who are in countries today, because they went and tested people, and that's how they see if you match with somebody.
Okay.
So that's probably the closest you're going to get.
I got
So
you.
it's like I was L0 and so I was Takar people at Cameroon. And it kind of made sense. Because, you know, I'm an analytical nigga. So I'm looking like, all right, this they lying in some way, you know what I
Looking deep
mean?
into it.
He's
Yeah.
waiting for it.
My money back.
Waiting for it.
Yeah. Because I took the test in February. I didn't get these results till July,
Like, yeah, they
2
phony,
weeks
bro.
ago.
You my shit. Yo,
Yeah.
okay, now go put your album. You was like, yo, fuck them.
Because I was trying to take I hurried up and did it in February so I can take the Sierra Leone trip and get my citizenship. Because I thought I was going to get it. Because my grandmother's haplogroup, I saw it on 23andMe, that did that too. She was L0, which is like the original woman is technically supposed to be L0. Like mitochondrial Eve is L0.
Shit.
So I said, shit, I'm about to be everything. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm about to get that Sierra Leone shit. And I didn't get it.
Oh, man.
So I was like, I wasted all that motherfucking time. Because I wanted that citizenship bad.
Nice, yo.
Yeah, because you know, with bank accounts, because if you get that citizenship, the same way I say you could do that thing in the Caribbean, you could do that with West Africa. And West Africa is about to be it.
So you can have multiple?
Yeah, you can have as many citizens, as long as the country doesn't say something specific, like Mexico only lets you have 2. But in America,
Okay.
as long as you can have, in theory, as many as you want.
Wow.
Like in America, like, I could be American, Jamaican, Sierra Leone, and let's say I was approved for that.
Mm-hmm.
I can get Israeli citizenship. I can get by like all the citizens. I could get Turkish citizenship. As long as there's nothing specific that the country says you can't get one, you can get as many as you want. You can get 10. You can easily get 10, 20, 30. Could you get 100? I don't know about all the rules,
Yeah.
but you can easily get 20, probably. Because most countries don't care. Because when you're in America, you're American. They don't care that I got a Jamaican passport. When you come into this country, you got to check in on that your Jamaican American
Yeah, as long as
passport.
you got that.
And when I go to Jamaica, I'm supposed to use my Jamaican because I'm Jamaican there. But like when I go to Israel in October, I can use either one. I'm not gonna say, well, I'm Jamaican today.
Yeah.
But that means like if something happens, I have to go to the Jamaican embassy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I probably could just go to the American one and say, what's up? But, you know what I mean? Technically, that's what you're supposed to do. But I can get my Israeli, because I could be Jewish and get my Israeli citizenship. And then I could have 30. They don't care. They call it dual citizenship, but it's not really just 2. It's just most people tend to have only 2.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay taxes?
The only 2 countries that make you pay taxes when you don't live there is America and Eritrea. Because America is broke. Like really broke. Like broke.
Deep in the fucking.
Like broke. Like we should. Like Americans should be concerned about where they had their money. That's why you should get your second passport and open these bank accounts and get currency diversification and invest in these other countries.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. I'm speaking for all of the other Americans who gonna check us.
Man, I'll tell you this. China got 1 billion motherfuckers, and they got more men than women, so they probably don't give a fuck about dying. If it's 2 niggas to every female, only so much of us getting chose. The other half, they said, shit, I'd rather die anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's something crazy like that, like 66% men, 33% like women are like birthing age.
Yeah.
So it's either you gonna be in a polyamorous relationship. I ain't with probably they ain't with that. They gonna be over here trying to kill something.
Yeah.
They be trying to whack shit now, bro. I think we're gonna lose in the sense of Americans really don't understand the international politics of the United States dollar and how much the role that plays in everything. And if something were to happen, we were to lose that standard, how fucked up we would be in terms of our standard of living. Our standard of living as Americans, well, we weren't around, has slowly decreased since 1950. Like 1950, man, graduate high school, no degree, can get a job and take care of a family of 4 people.
Oh yeah.
You can't do that now.
Yeah, he could become a cop.
Yeah, and take care of a family of 4.
Yeah.
No problem. Bigger families than we got now. with one nigga working without a college degree.
The electrician, work yourself up.
And
own
then
your company.
look at it today. They mask it by calling it women empowerment, but it's only empowering if you have a choice. If you have no choice but to work, that's not empowerment. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like women have to work now. Like for most people, for most relationships to work, it has to be 2 incomes.
Yeah.
But back in 1950, it only had to be
Yeah, she
one.
can stay at home.
Are you stepping on women empowerment right now, bro?
I'm saying it's not empowerment if you don't have a choice.
Damn.
If you have to do it, it's not empowerment.
You shitting on feminists right now, bro?
Man,
You could call that
like
what it
yo.
is.
It sound like it is, bro. That's what it is.
It's not
It ain't a long time ago.
If you,
And then you in for it if that's the type of life you want to live. You want to stay at home.
He just said you ain't win if we gave up. That's what he just said.
Hey,
He just said.
if you gotta do it, if it's not a choice, it's not empowering. You know what I mean? It's like if you put a gun to my head and I say something, it's not the same thing as me, saying it.
Yeah.
Naturally. Like women don't, if you gotta work to feed yourself and feed your family, you're not empowered. You're doing what you gotta do to survive. That's different. If you married to fucking LeBron, like if Savannah James go get a job, that's empowerment.
Do you think that have like any? Do you think that has any is that influencing why we have to constantly be in war?
I think the United States has to be in war because the United States military budget is a strategic thing. Why is it so big? And we have to defend the dollar in its position. So it's like people use the dollar because part of the reason why is they feel like the dollar's gonna be stable currency, of course. Mm-hmm. It's the cleanest shirt in a dirty hamper. Fiat currency is trash. But go ahead.
I was about to say so the euro dropped a lot.
Yeah.
And it's almost the same as the dollar now. So a lot of people switch over back to the dollar who live in Europe because they found it as a stable currency, like a something to fall back on.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say.
Yeah. So it's like we had to go to war. We had to raise the flag for the war in Ukraine, right? Because other countries have to understand that if you sign up to be in NATO or things of that nature, the United States has your back. Otherwise, why are they signing up for these organizations? Yeah. We have such a big military budget. If Canada doesn't have a big military, right, we don't have to worry about Canada being influenced by Russia. If Mexico doesn't have a big military, we don't have to worry about Mexico being influenced by Russia. It doesn't matter. Russia's not even going to try it because what is the benefit? Mexico's not even going to try it because why are we going to risk getting wiped out by the Americans when America's basically going to protect us anyway?
Yeah.
Why even risk it? So it's it's part of keeping America as the empire. So it's our standard of living is going down since 1950. It's continuing to go down. It's look how much gas costs out of your paycheck. It's America is declining, but people don't see it because you compare it to what you envision of Africa or some poor Chinese or poor Cambodian place. Yeah. But our standard of living is going down. Yeah. And it's you gotta get these second citizenships to protect your wealth. You gotta diversify outside of America.
Don't care about that, man.
Come on, man. We're still living better than all of the kings in all of history, bro.
Yes, man.
We're still living better than all of the kings in all of history, bro.
Oh, man, Samosa.
Aside from him.
I'm about to say, he's just throwing out gold and stuff.
Yep.
I think everyone except for him. So it's
I had $600 billion worth of gold, man. We ain't gonna worry about him.
So it's
other people.
Yeah, so it's if you consider we have indoor plumbing. Yeah, for sure. But it's if you consider
soap,
a TV is an improvement. Yeah, sure, but compared to what you were able to do with one income, you know what I mean? What it costs to buy one set of nice clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't getting.
It is different. You know what I mean? One income could take care of a family. Now it can't do that. So even if we got more TVs and shit, is it really a better life? Mm-hmm. We're all penny pinching.
Yeah, teleport myself into another reality through my TV.
Yeah. So it's it's better in terms of I'd rather live now than in 1950, 100%. But it's the standard of living is what's important. And why for an investor. for like in practical terms, like yes, it's better. But for investing, you have to keep your eye on that kind of thing because it's like you're gonna miss out on growth opportunities if you get your head up America's ass. Like you're not gonna be investing in Singapore. You're not gonna be investing in like what's next.
Yeah.
How much harder was it to invest back then? That's what I'm thinking about right now.
It's probably 1,000 million
Like
times.
you think about like what do you invest in? If you like
It's
people
probably
could
way
just
harder.
die out of anything, places could crumble out of any
Yeah.
small like.
It had to be way harder because one, you had to go places to set up a brokerage account. I can set one up on my phone right this second. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right,
shit.
right.
Right. You got apps.
It's like the information's there. If I want to learn anything, I had to go to a library.
Right.
Or if I want to buy a book, it's no Amazon. I gotta go to a bookstore,
Yeah.
find the section. And the person working in the bookstore isn't a great investor, so they don't know which book to tell me to read.
Nah, I can say whatever.
Yeah. So it's just like it's probably
What you do?
a million times harder. But if you put that work in, it probably was a million times easier to make the money because there was less competition.
Yeah.
It's probably a million times
That's why
harder to
those
get started.
dudes set their kids, the grandkids, great grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dudes was able to do it, probably like the Rockefellers and all them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
kids just gonna be good for forever because they gonna have such a head start.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you could pass all those high barriers to get in, it was probably so easy to make money because you was only competing with like 0.5% or 0.25% versus now everybody 401ks got some type of stocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody knows a little bit of something.
This that man that D word and then came up so many times. Diversify, man.
Diversify. Diversify like your living situation. That's what the second citizenship is for.
But like, isn't like okay? So, isn't it more exciting to put all of your eggs in one basket?
So there's two
For me.
there's two schools of thought, right? And I'm saying like Tesla, Elon Musk,
Yeah.
he is not a well diversified person, and he's the richest American
He's not
who allows his net worth to be known.
at all. Yeah, like you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Even he talks about it. He'd be like, yeah, you know, me doing like my taxes and all this other stuff is extremely simple because I have this and I have
Yeah.
that and this and I'm like, that's all. Okay.
If you look at like the top 10 richest people, there's going to be all people who most of their net worth is in one thing. You look at, I think outside of Warren Buffett,
That's what I was gonna say. Buffett's pretty
Warren Buffett, I
diverse.
think Bill Gates is still up there, but like Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
all Amazon pretty
Yeah.
much. It's like to get that elite, high level, crazy wealth. Looking at the people who have it now, it's going to be like you're not that diversified, so to speak. Amazon sells hella things, but like it's all in Amazon. It's all in Tesla. Tesla sells like a lot of cars all over the world,
Yeah.
but it's like it's all in Tesla. So it's like that elite level wealth. You're probably not smart to be diversified.
Yeah, because because it's also like the give and take. It's like the thing that got them to be that wealthy was them taking that chance of not being diverse also.
Yeah, being all in.
Yeah.
It's riskier because diversification is something to lower your risk.
It was a bit safer.
Yeah, so like risk reward. The riskier something is, the higher the reward is going to get.
Yeah.
Like people saw Bitcoin, all that stuff. You got a lot of reward because Bitcoin is very risky. It has no intrinsic value. So that's why people got rewarded so much because it had no value behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's why the price went up so much. You took a lot of risk, got a lot of reward. Like something like McDonald's, it's not gonna like Bitcoin. I think went from in 2016 it was like 3,000, and then it went to
Jesus
60,000.
Where is it at right now? 21, 23?
I think like 23.
I looked that up.
You got any Bitcoin?
No, I don't. I had some, but I learned better and I just let it go.
When did you sell it?
I sold all of my Bitcoin when it was, I actually have like $500 left. It's on a ledger and I don't have the ledger.
Damn near 24,000. It's 23,000 now.
Yeah, I
So
sold all mine at like 58K.
Okay. So you sold before it fell to this?
Yeah. because that was already in the charts. When you start reading the charts, Bitcoin follows the charts like precisely. It's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
So I've never had Bitcoin, but I've had Ethereum.
yeah.
And I've sold my Ethereum before it fell as well. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Ethereum, had all that stuff. It's like I was into it, but as I've learned more about finance, I'd learned that none of that stuff can really work.
Yeah, but like it's fun. You don't think it's gonna go back up at all?
I think if it goes back up, that's cool, but like it's going to, all that stuff is going to zero.
Yeah, right. But okay, I guess I mean aside from the people who are like I guess lovers of the idea of this being the thing of the future, aside from them, like people who are more real, like you don't think it's like a I guess a money, I don't want to say money grab, like you know, like okay, so Bitcoin is at 23 right now. You don't think it's ever gonna get back to 50? And if it does get back to 50, that's doubling your money.
Yeah, see, and that's the risk reward ratio.
Right.
I believe, and that's something like you think it can go to $0. You're risking all of that. Let's say you buy one, you're risking all of your $25,000 to double it with the risk of losing $25,000.
Right.
When you can double your money in something else, it's less risky. Like right now, Intel is like $35. Intel probably goes back up to like 60, 70. So like you could double your money in Intel, and Intel is probably not going to go to $0.
You can also put it in something else that never went to zero, but never went too far, like Ford.
Yeah.
Ford is never. It's the only other company aside Ford and Tesla never went bank. Well, new stuff that just started now, but I mean like never went bankrupt ever. Right?
Yeah.
But they also don't make money.
How do you make money with Bitcoin?
Yeah. I mean, as an individual, you can.
But like how?
You make money based on people believing it.
Yeah, so like.
So it's not right. You
Yeah,
know, right.
Manipulation and shit.
Well, like there's no product.
There's no product. There's no cash flows.
Exactly,
I only invest in things that have cash flows.
Okay.
So there's no cash flow in it. It's just a speculative token.
Yes.
So it's like you're just gambling on the price. And to me, when Bitcoin was like, when I first got into Bitcoin, like put some money into it, it was like $3,000. And it was like, okay, I'm putting in 3,000, might go to 100,000. That's 20x. Finding a 10 bagger is rare. So finding what would that be? A 33 bagger, that's worth the risk reward. But to double your money, you can double your money in a lot of things that are less risky. So why take the risk?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
we can get a dividend along the way. Or there's there's companies, like solid companies, that you could double your money in. Why take the risk with something that doesn't have cash flows?
Cause like I bought Ethereum when it was $273.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Right.
So, like I didn't take a loss on even where it's at now. But but
the risk reward ratio was there at that price.
Yeah.
Not at this price at 25,000.
Right. It's like
it already ran up.
Yeah.
And then Bitcoin is a 13-year-old product. If it's not money now, when is it ever going to be money?
That's what I was going to say. If they were going to incorporate it and everything, and it was going to be the thing that replaces what we have now, it would have done it.
It already done it. It takes 10 minutes to do a transaction. That's not sustainable in 2022.
Yeah. And then people thinking about the environment and how much power it takes to run a computer that actually does a transaction.
Yeah. It's very wasteful. It's just people are so greedy they can't.
What if I just use my bank?
Yeah.
Greedy, impatient, all of that.
It's just it's going to catch a lot of people because they're going to be greedy. There's a lot of people who couldn't do what you did.
But if I want to do nefarious stuff, man, what if I'm trying to buy AK-47 from you? And I can't have it in the U.S., right? I mean, not
you got to use
my bad. You can have it in Nevada. You can't have it in Maryland.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to buy it from you, bro.
You gotta use Moreno anyway. You gotta send it to me, Moreno.
What's that?
Privacy token. You can't be sending me no damn Bitcoin.
Oh, we got something new.
Oh, what is Moreno?
Put me on. Put us on.
Hold up, man.
It's
I
a
thought you was out of the token business.
I'm
man.
out of the token business.
What you
But
talking about?
I want people to know I know.
Okay.
I'm a member. I was a member, but then I learned
Moreno.
better. Yeah, it's a privacy token. Bitcoin, like, they could figure out who it is. Like, they could,
MORENO. It's
Yeah.
like the word in Spanish.
yeah. It's like Bitcoin and all that stuff that's how they know, like, when Elon Musk bought Bitcoin, they're like, oh, this is wallet. Elon Musk sold it, like, this is wallet. They know who everybody's wallet is on Bitcoin. So if regular people on the internet know that, like the feds know.
You don't think they're not just guessing the whales? Like, who else have this much money to spend on this thing?
They guess the whales, but like with the public transactions that like big companies are gonna have to do, like Elon Musk sold 75%. People can spend the time and look and say,
You could always watch how. Like,
this wallet had this many tokens and it sold down 75%.
or you even watch like this dude sold this many shares and then he took this money out of his account and then where did it go? And then out of nowhere,
a wallet pop up with that many.
You know, like you can also do that.
You could make some educated guesses.
Yeah,
and if we could do that, the feds can probably know exactly who it is.
Of course.
They probably can see the IP addresses.
Speaking of Elon, what do you think? I don't know if you. So he sent this to me in a video.
Yeah.
I did watch it. I ain't feeling about it, but I did watch it.
To tell me that.
So Elon is another Tesla idea that he's like thought of. He had 50 of them by now, but he's trying to make affordable housing for like 10 grand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
For real?
He's like
home.
just like how they have prefab homes.
Yeah.
He's making prefab homes Tesla style, but like for 10 grand, which you know it's probably not gonna really be 10 grand. It's probably like 20, 15.
Yeah.
But that's still
nice.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And like it goes into detail of like what amenities these homes would have. It'd be like 1 bedroom, stuff like that, and all that stuff. But like I mean, you don't have much thought into it because you can look at it. But what do you think about something like that?
I think that'd be amazing. I think Elon Musk has the cachet where he can get around a lot of, like, the thing is that a lot of people want to do good, but a lot of people don't have Elon's name. So Elon wants to make these houses, and if the government doesn't allow him, he has so many people that follow him that they'll put the pressure on the government to allow these houses to be sold. Like, if me and Quan said we're going to do the same thing, the government might say these houses don't meet this code, blah, 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 and they can really bury it. Yeah. But Elon doing it, he could do it. So I think it'd be a great thing because I think it's just a amount of people to houses problem why like housing's so expensive. It's just difficult to build. Yeah. It's not really, the government won't let the market build the amount of houses that we need. Yeah. And like they do the affordable housing bullshit, like it fucks everything up. I think if Elon could do that, that would help out a lot of people. Hopefully he can.
The other thing I think about with him is people copying.
Hopefully they do.
Exactly. Right. So like you're creating a market for something that something that didn't exist at the scale that it is now.
Yeah.
Right. Like when he helped create SpaceX. Yeah. Right. Or a private spaceship company.
Like you could go to space.
Now you can have Blue Origin.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos and all those other companies now it creates a competition. So now, what is the company that's going to be in competition with him making these
houses for people?
Exactly.
That'd be amazing.
Right.
So let me ask y'all this: how y'all feel about capitalism? Y'all y'all capitalists or y'all socialists?
I don't even know what that means, bro.
I like that. I like that.
I'm trying to think about which one I'd rather stay in.
So yeah,
I'm a smart dumb person. So like, I know all of the I know high tech smart stuff, but like
the political smart stuff.
It's easier for me to say I'd rather be in a socialist society.
Yeah.
You know, living in a capitalist one.
I'm 100%. I think we should just have unfettered capitalism. Just let that shit run crazy. Because like he just said, Like he would cause a competition for houses that's $10,000.
Yeah.
Just because somebody else said he could do it, I could do it too. And now everybody gets a house for $10,000 instead of $100,000. It just benefits us so much. And it's just like, but like,
how is it gonna affect you?
Me as a landlord?
It's gonna benefit other people.
Yeah.
Why does it benefit you? Because things that benefit some people is a detriment to other people.
To me, it doesn't benefit me as much. It probably actually hurts me as being an existing landlord.
Yeah.
Because it'll probably make my rental rates go down and the amount my houses is worth go down, potentially.
Depending on where it launches at.
Depending on where it launches. Let's say you bring these houses to Baltimore. Maybe mine are a little bit bigger than what he's offering.
Outskirts of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Because he has like 1 bedrooms.
Yeah.
But like new housing is going to diminish how much my rentals are going to rent for. Because why would you rent my 1 bedroom, let's say for $1,000, when Elon you can get a brand new, whatever the hell it is, for all $10,000, like $1,000. That's less than $1,000 a month if it's $10,000. Like you can get this house, get a mortgage on it, and pay fucking $100 a month. Like why would you rent that from me? That's gonna hurt me. But like easier housing laws would be better for me.
Yeah.
Because now I can turn my other house into a duplex easier. If he makes it so like housing laws are a lot easier. So it would hurt me in some ways immediately. But probably be better for me in the long run. And I could buy some of those houses too and probably rent those out.
Yep.
So it's like now it's more affordable housing for me to rent out. It's like it'll hurt me right away for what I have now. But I'll just have to adjust my strategy for real. You know what I mean? Just sink or swim.
Yeah.
I'm not for that crony capitalism. I don't want, if somebody has a better product than me, they should be able to sell it and get a better price. I'll adjust. I ain't one of these people who want the government to just lock people out. That's why we can't build houses for real. Because existing landlords really don't want the competition. Because they don't want their rents to go down. Because like you got this old ass apartment, but it's the newest one in town. Yeah. You get to charge the most. I built something in 2020. Yours built in 1990. Why the hell would I live there for $1,200 when I could live in yours for $1,200? Yours a brand new one. Yours the old one. Yeah. You got to charge $1,000. You don't like that. You don't want that shit to be built. And me over here, who I'm charging $1,000, now I got to charge $800 because my shit's so beat up. Yeah. So like for me to compete, I either have to renovate, charge $800, or to stop this nigga from building his new shit. Which probably the easiest is just stop this nigga from building his new shit.
Who owns most of the property in Baltimore? I guess is the question I'm asking.
I would say probably most of the houses are owned by individual people.
Okay.
Or like mom and pop landlords.
Are there parts? Okay, so let's say they're owned by individual people.
It's about a demographic.
I want to know, like, is there a lump sum of people who own most of the property in Baltimore? I mean, I don't know if you might have met them or
like the people I just came from over here. They own, like, just the one couple probably owns over 100 rental properties.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Damn.
Yeah, so like because of Baltimore houses, if you really want to invest in real estate, if you stuck around this long, you probably do. But it's like Baltimore's a great place to invest because one, the houses is real cookie cutter. They got little funky things like the windows aren't perfect size or whatever. But if you figure out how much a 1,200 square foot 3-bedroom 1.5 bath house costs, it's gonna cost about the same because all the houses are pretty much the same. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's not like one of these neighborhoods like in New Jersey where every house is a little bit different. You can't really get a grasp. Like this house is gonna cost about this much in this condition. A poor condition house is gonna cost me $50K ground up reno, partial reno $30K. It's easy. So it's like if you want it's not easy. Nothing is easy, but it's like you can figure it out. So it's just like. You can do it, like, because they got like 100. The other couple has like a good amount. They got a lot in Atlanta. Joe DiMaggio, I think he has like 200 houses. So it's probably like a few individual people, or they own it behind a company, but it's like an individual person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
They got like an entity to protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But like a few individual companies slash people own probably most of the houses. Like it's mom and pop landlords. It's not like big conglomerates.
Okay.
What's his name owns some houses down here though? Donald Trump's son-in-law. I can't think of his name. But his son-in-law owns some houses out here. But it's mostly some mom and pop. It's not that much competition. No, I heard, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he owns some shit out here. You know, he come from that old money from his father.
Yeah, man.
That old money.
I had some of that.
I wish I had some of that too.
Everything do.
That long money. Get to marry the president's daughter. So you know you got money.
I want to touch a little bit on some of the stuff about you personally. I know you're a fan of two prominent franchises.
Yeah.
One, it's funny, they're on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Two different sports. One had a heartbreak and one just won a championship.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics.
You guys a Celtics fan.
Yeah, Celtics fan. Celtics fan back when they was some butt. I remember the season when Paul Pierce, they won like 24 games.
When it was just him.
Gerald Green won the dunk contest the year. Like I was fighting with him for a minute. I'm not a fair weather fan.
Yeah, we're gonna get the ugly out the way first. How you feel about that?
I feel like that was pretty good for them.
Were you eyeing? Did you see championship like from
I
the
didn't
gate,
see.
or did you see? It in
I
the
saw the
playoffs?
championship in the playoffs.
Okay.
When
When they took the Nets up.
when the playoffs is alright, they can win a title. I thought they was the best team in the East. I thought it was gonna beat the brakes off the Warriors, but like for them, they just struggled. Like JT, he wasn't ready to be a facilitator, and then Marcus Smart, like they just made too many mistakes that they couldn't make on a team that could shoot the ball that well.
What you think about that trade proposal?
Man, if it's Jaylen Brown for KD,
You take it?
yeah, hell yeah.
They talking about throw Smart in there with him.
I don't know about that.
deal.
You can have Smart and Derek White. Because, like, Malcolm Brogdon, he's supposed to be our point, but I don't know if he can play all them games. And KD old. Like, we giving you somebody who is 24, 25.
Yeah.
And you giving us somebody who's 34.
Yeah.
And we got to pay him for until he's 38, 39.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Nah. Like, you could take Jaylen Brown and some picks and keep it pushing.
Man, you don't know how you're gonna last.
Yeah. And he all
It never
bony.
know, bro. Yeah. I'm talking about how you gonna gel with the players, bro. Like, in the locker room, man.
No, that nigga mercurial.
Oh, yeah. Like, yo, we don't be lasting seasons. Like, we ready to go.
Yeah, what happens if you say you want to go next year?
Right. You can't keep doing that when you pass 35.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's too old to be out
On the
going.
flip side, Rams fan, and I can attest to this.
Yeah.
This man was a fan since they was in St. Louis, so
Yeah, back when Steven Jackson was there, we won 3 games.
one man army, like Mike Martz and shit.
Yeah, again, they was some terrible teams. Steven Jackson, best running back all time. I'm gonna put that out there for my
Oh,
guy.
come on, man! Don't do
Best-
that. Don't do that.
I'll say he the best all-purpose running back ever.
I don't think that either.
Who
But
better?
it's hella other running backs.
All-purpose?
All purpose, yes.
Not who?
Let's see. Could catch, run, and everything else.
He had 4 back-to-back seasons of 2,000 all-purpose yards.
I'll give you Fred Taylor.
I know it was Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson, they knew he was the only man on that team that could do anything.
I would say AP, but he ain't have hands.
He ain't have hands. He the best all-purpose
He
back.
ain't have hands. He ain't have hands. Like,
He like Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry mixed together.
that's a good comparison. That's a good comparison.
Like he not as big as Derrick, but he got way better hands than him.
I like a good comparison to match them up. I ain't calling him the GOAT.
Best all-purpose back. Rams got the best running back roster ever.
Walter Payton's the GOAT running back, in my opinion. But
Rams got the best running back.
right now,
No, all time, like Rams all-time running backs. The best.
oh, like they Mount Rushmore running backs.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah. Fault.
Dickerson, Jerome Bettis.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Even Gurley for a little bit.
Todd Gurley,
Till he
yeah.
fizzled out. So what you think? Thoughts about those seasons and finally getting the
Man,
ring?
I called that before the season started. I never saw what's his name play football before, really. Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
I never watched no damn Detroit games.
It'd be like a few highlights and it'd be some low ones too, but
Yeah, I never seen him play.
Leo could throw.
I never. They said it, but I never seen it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where we would go with him. And I was telling everybody like, yo, if he's better than Jared Goff at all, we're gonna win the Super Bowl because of how good the team is and how what's his name can call plays. He can call plays almost as good. Yeah, McShay. He can really call plays.
Yeah. Almost
as good as what's his name, Andy Reid. Like Andy Reid can call plays, but I think Sean McVay calls plays better within the scope of the game. Like he can call some fucking plays. He really knows offense.
Yeah.
All the motherfuckers on the Shanahan tree, Kyle Shanahan, he can run the ball like a bitch. Motherfucking the dude who went to Green Bay, is that Matt?
Oh yeah, holding it down there, yeah.
Matt LaFleur?
Yeah,
them motherfuckers can call plays.
Reed Tree is like way more. Wait, you said
Shanahan.
Shanahan Tree.
Because they was all in Washington.
Yeah, he got pretty good successful. Yeah, that staff.
Yeah.
Reed, Shanahan, all proved to be more successful than Belichick's.
Yeah, Belichick's streak, because Belichick is the GOAT coach.
But everybody think they can follow him.
Yeah, he was different. Because he was yelling at Tom Brady, and niggas don't yell at star players like that.
So his squad got the ring out.
They got the ring.
Hey, did the person get the Super Bowl to deserve it? Nope.
No.
Who should have got it?
They should have gave Aaron Donald.
AD should have got it.
They gave it for, because that's
the real AD right there. Ain't the one in the NBA.
I feel, yeah, for real. I don't even know why they even started calling Anthony Davis that bullshit. Aaron Donald.
If it ain't all day with AP, then it's definitely Aaron Donald.
That play was crazy because I felt them because, like, in theory, what's his name won the game. Our receiver, I can't think of his name.
For the Bengals?
No, our receiver.
Oh, yeah, Cup.
Cup, yeah. Cup won the game for us because, like, on that drive where he had kept cooking Eli Apple, like, one, he was cooking that nigga. If one of them plays don't work, it's over.
Yeah.
But he kept cooking that nigga Eli Apple.
Them routes, bro, it's nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Nose, it's just all route running. Nose.
Straight tackling machine.
Yeah, so he, on that drive, when what's his name went out, OBJ?
Yeah.
OBJ went out, because OBJ is about to win that Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, he had a strong case, man, before that happened. He had a strong case.
He was fucking them up. He was
had a strong case.
He was eating that single coverage up.
Yep.
He was eating them niggas up. Because he was about to have like 20 yards, it was looking like.
Yeah, it was
20 yards, like 2-3 touchdowns.
I like the Rams' playoff run.
Yeah.
To the Super Bowl, more than I like the Super Bowl victory. That run was just
crazy. Nice. That NFC title game was a good football game if you like football.
Yeah.
It was a real good game. Shanahan, because they both knew each other. I don't think McVay ever beat Shanahan. I don't think he beat him like in the last like 8 times they played. Because Shanahan knows his thing. Like if you know what McVay likes to call, like the people he coaches with, they know what he about to do. Everybody else don't know what the fuck is about to hit him.
Yeah.
But like they know his tendencies. As a Rams fan, like I know what the fuck he like to do. That's why I really like how he called the game in the Super Bowl, because he didn't stop running the ball. Even though they couldn't get it, they was getting like 2 yards a carry. He kept them off.
That separate good coaches, man. When they fucking on the ball into the game and play calling, just making the right decision.
Yeah.
What do you think your Rams gonna do next year?
I don't think they're gonna win next year.
My Ravens going back there.
You think Lamar? I be arguing with my old head at work.
Ravens
he
Nation.
I be like, y'all gonna pay Lamar?
But I think it ain't gonna be what he want.
I think Lamar has to get more than Kyle Murray.
Are we gonna break the bank like that? I don't know.
He better.
The more these motherfuckers keep signing running backs, the more I keep thinking, okay, I don't think they would. They keep signing hella running backs, so we can just keep running the rock, running the rock.
He better than Kyle Murray.
Oh yeah, I stand on that. Lamar Jackson's better than Kyle Murray.
He gotta get more money, and he less problems than Deshaun in terms of like, you know, that shit Deshaun got going on.
That's the quarterback on the Browns that play for the Texans with all the massage therapists.
And he got 240 fully guaranteed.
Yeah. This man about to sit on it. He about to get sit another year and just
he
get paid.
Got 240. And how much y'all? Ain't y'all pay Lamar like $4 million last year?
Yeah, something
if the Ravens don't pay that man his fucking money.
Yeah, you gotta pay that.
He won an MVP.
I bet you.
Deshaun don't got no MVP.
Nope.
Kyler Murray don't got no MVP.
Nope.
Y'all gonna have to pay Lamar like 50
I do.
mil.
I want more out of him. I got a good amount on him. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Ravens Flock. I love him. That's like a quarterback, but
I think
we need to go deeper. But let's play him at the same time.
I think they need to pay him because he's a black man.
Yeah. Pay that man.
But I think he ain't the one.
Somebody agree with you, but yo, I kept saying I just it's some reasons to still be jury still be out, but
I feel like if he does it,
a top 10 QB, yes he is. I'm not gonna say a top 5. I would not go that far.
I say because like people said a jump shooting team couldn't win, but then Steph Curry came.
It's done. Yeah.
So it's like Lamar is a special type of runner, but like that nigga throw the ball like worse than niggas in high school, bro.
Nah,
I'm talking about the mechanics of it. He gets it there, but it's some niggas.
It's some throws like fuck, but like but he makes some marvelous throws. His name's Lamar.
If we pull up Archie Manning's boy, you know what I'm talking about?
Talking about Peyton Manning's father?
No, isn't his brother who couldn't play football Archie Manning too?
I thought his name was something else. Cooper.
Well, Cooper Manning.
Trash.
The boy he just went to Texas?
Oh, his son.
Yeah, his son.
Oh, he nice.
Yeah. He don't throw
might be a
Lamar.
pure passer. Yo, he might just be a pure passer, yo.
That's saying he was just in high school.
He might be a pure passer. There's some dudes who highlights look like they belong in the NFL from high school. Yo.
All I'm saying is the last niggas that won a Super Bowl, how many of them niggas haven't been pure passers?
Let me see. They got Stafford.
They got statues winning quarterback Super Bowl. Statues.
No, you're saying not mobile QBs.
Yeah.
Some of them made it there. They done made it there, but they done fucked up.
Yeah.
Cam Newton.
Cam would have been the only one.
Cam Newton fucked up.
He should have won. That's what I'm saying. I don't know like if Lamar can do it in terms of like in a player, because like for me it's like you got a quarterback, right? And it's like I want to keep him in the pocket.
That MVP year we should have fucking went. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Like,
We should have went. That was the perfect storm, and if we can get that together again.
I want to keep him.
If he ain't
that
perfect
team gonna be way
pocket
better
passer.
this year because y'all lost hella people.
Yo, hella people like what we did.
Y'all gonna be way better.
Best
this
secondary in NFL now.
With Marcus Peters.
Look at the corner. I mean, safeties.
Marcus Peters.
Look at the safeties.
You know I don't like Marcus Peters. He used to play for the Rams.
Yeah, man.
He's getting fucked up by
interceptions though.
Wes Welker.
That's 5 TDs we lose right there.
Yeah.
I left. I'm like, damn, bro. When we went down, our running backs went down.
Yeah, y'all lost all y'all running backs. I
streets.
lost Gus Edwards in the fantasy football.
Devontae Freeman, bro.
Yeah, that shit was bad.
Le'Veon Bell, like
yeah, I need to get Todd Gurley. I was like, damn, Todd Gurley fried.
Yeah, them knees is done.
That nigga is fried.
Them knees is done, yo.
Ravens was getting niggas off the Orange Mills high team. And they said, nah, Todd,
Hey,
we good on you.
Hey, yo.
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 Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, before we get out of here, man, you got any future projects you working on or anything? Or something else you want to get into that you can share?
I'm trying to think. I'm putting together that video right now. Oh, I'm trying to put together a wealth fund for like the Takar people in Cameroon. Because that's where the ancestry was. Right now, there's something going on called the Anglophone Crisis.
What's that?
Where Anglo, like
I know what that involves when I hear Anglo.
yeah. So it's kind of fucked up because like the English speaking part of Cameroon is getting fucked up by the French speaking.
That's
part
predominant.
Of Cameroon.
Yeah, French speaking. That's a French speaking country.
Yeah, so it's like a part of it is like 20% of the people speak English and Takar in there. That's how I found out about it, and it's like. It's like a war going on because the English speaking part don't feel like they're getting properly represented. And one of the things that the French, like people from France were saying is that like they got this thing called French Afrique, where like part of their plan is to keep French strong, like the African parts of Africa, strong speaking in French. So it's like some people are thinking that it's partially a French, like the French is partially behind pushing this like low key. Could potentially become like a genocide type thing. Yeah,
that's also fuck man. If I say this, bro, we're gonna have to talk even more. But that's in a way new world order right there.
Yeah, and it's just like it's fucked up. It's like it's black ass people, because it's French speaking, it's a small part French speaking Takara people, but most of them speak English. But it's just like, y'all, that's not even y'all language. Why y'all beefing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this is...
They wasn't speaking that there.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Like, that's just a common language y'all use to come together with, like, y'all beefing. So that's really what I'm working on. I haven't figured out, like, the legal entities, but I would like to put together, like, I take money and invest the money, and then, like, the money...
Is this schooling?
There's schools there, yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I take the money, invest the money, and then, let's say I raise $10,000, right? I invest that $10,000. That $10,000 kicks off $500. Not that much money, but that'd be $500 I can give to them. And if I never touch the principal can go and grow for 30, 40, 50, 100 years. And then instead of being 10,000 a day, it'll be 100,000, and it'll be $1 million. And instead of being 500, it'll be 5,000 or 50,000. It could be real money that these people are getting every month to go towards schools, to go towards everything. If we just start now, you know what I mean? So that's really what I want to put together. It's like those people are getting like potentially genocide, children are dying, it's all fucked up, and nobody even knows.
Fucking nice.
People don't even know what the fuck people speak English in Cameroon.
Yeah, they went there.
The Anglophone Crisis, they don't know what that is. And it's like, I just want to bring awareness to it, really.
Yeah.
And help the
Anglophone
people.
Crisis, yeah. You ain't hear that.
It's fucked up, but it's a fucked up world. So that's all I'm on.
That's what's up. Okay.
What about y'all niggas?
Shit, getting this off.
Yeah.
Shit, we got a couple of ventures we want to do individually ourselves, man. I can't speak more on them too specifically, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
and you got any projects, anything we trying to get into?
Nope.
I mean, most anything we gonna learn, y'all gonna know. So we just gonna be coming
That's
through here
what
with
it
more
is.
and more. This show was for him to come on here and share and talk more about that. Shit, just go back and watch, man. Whatever you miss or you might have slipped, there's so many keep your things in here. Just go back. Just listen. Let's listen.
I know what I learned. How much of a shitty person I am.
Shitty world too, yeah.
God damn it, man.
It's a city.
Fuck,
It's not, once you understand it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, you can accept it and move
You can
on.
do it. That's the
Yeah,
take that away. You can do it.
You can
It's
do
doable.
it. It's nothing wrong with you.
Yep.
Anything, like any faults you think you have, like if you too shy, don't want to deal with the tenants, or you too disorganized or whatever, all that stuff, everybody has flaws.
Like I mean, want to do some
None of that
masterpiece stuff.
None of that stuff makes you a bad person or not the right person to invest.
Yeah.
Because you need to invest if you ever want to retire. So just
Yeah,
accept
man.
that shit.
That 401k at 65
Yeah.
and no longer. You going beyond that.
Yeah, so just
65.
the faster you accept that you're going to have to do this anyway, the better it's going to be for you.
Yeah. But you got to work for it, man.
Yeah.
We ain't selling no dreams or nothing like that.
Yeah. It's
get
work.
rich quick schemes.
Yeah, that Bitcoin, and you're going to make $800,000.
Beyond that, man, I can point out a few apps or
Yeah.
means of social media
bro.
to get.
Go ahead, sell some
Say
dreams,
it.
bro.
Tell us what?
Bro. Sell some dreams, bro.
Sell some dreams. Yeah, okay. Hook this ring light up right here.
You know?
Get an OnlyFans.
Sell them dreams, bro.
You know, put some hot ass content on there. Come through, ladies.
I ain't
Yeah,
saying
whatever.
none of
What you say? Sell a dream,
I
okay?
ain't saying none of that.
TikTok, a few things. You know what I mean?
I was at TikTok a few things.
I'm not opposed to it, but I also didn't sell none of that.
You get paid, you know what I mean? Get paid.
Get paid. Rest in peace, Dolph.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna close out on that then.
Yeah.
But follow Think Tank. It's gonna be in the
follow
link.
Me, Nick's Invest. And even if you don't follow me, just keep your eyes and ears open for that Anglophone crisis because there's people dying, children dying, and that's what's really messed up. That's real.
Look it up. But man, thank you for everything, brother. Hey, man, we gonna close this thing out.
Yeah.
Success.
It's been a session.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jaquan, eat ass.
That shit is not going on there. That shit is cut.
Are you trying to get that OnlyFans poppin'?
They gonna think he doing, not me.
Yeah, that's how we can end all of them, bro.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
We can end all of them with Jaquan, eat ass.
No, we're not.